Jerk! Let's go! Cam's a shit kicker, 2 bombs in the lead. Soul Dragon Cougar's no time for fatigue. And he's a shit talker, stirring up the show. Never played a shift, but he's ready to go.
The Cannabis podcast is brought to you by Stifel, one of America's fastest growing wealth management and investment banking firms. Rooted in St. Louis, where success meets success. Welcome into the Cannabis podcast presented by Stifel. Episode number 391, baby.
Yoink! Woo! God dang!
Playoff edition.
Playoff edition. Let's go.
I'm ready to run through a wall
Shit-kicking
right
game,
now.
boy. God dang. Fun to watch. Fun to watch. And he's still watching probably the NBA playoffs. People are chirping the NBA playoffs and how soft everybody is. And these guys are fucking killing each other.
But that's just on your algorithm.
They're killing each other.
That's on your
They're
algorithm.
killing each other, and they're getting more pissed, and there's death threats going on, which I love. Nicky Boy Dowd. Who's he talking to?
Oh my! He's like,
I'm gonna fucking
he
kill
said,
ya.
"I'll kill you."
Yes. Yes.
Are you allowed to say that?
Don't know. We've said that. You know how many times I've said that to somebody like over the years, but the camera on you like that. Ooh.
I'll kill
get
you.
Nasty. I love it. Marcus Foligno going to get suspended? I don't know.
For what? For what he grabbed?
Well,
Blackwood?
yeah. No, it was
Or Blackwell?
Was it Blackwell that he did that too, where he was kind of there tangled up? He had 2 guys against him, slammed his head a little bit, like, get off of me. The extension was right there. Bam. They're still tied up. Kind of throws him down, like, get off of me.
Yeah, I don't know.
The people are bitching about it. I don't give a shit.
They start
Big
suspending players from the Wild. That'll take some of their
That would
mojo away,
suck.
dude. Because
That
now they're thinking. I think
You're-
that's the one advantage they have over
They're big.
anybody and everybody is their size
They're big.
and intimidation, dude. They are scary tough.
Got a little bit of everything on that team.
They do.
A little bit of everything. Little wake-up call.
Well, you
Little wake-up call.
think Dallas was going to lose 2
No
in a row?
shit.
Please.
No shit.
Dallas is built like a champion.
If you're a
dude.
true-
I'm waiting for Dallas to break through, but I love Dallas and I love Minnesota too. And this series
Minnesota.
is going 7. And
they're
all
gonna
you
kill
that
each other.
complain because they play each other in the first round, whatever, man. I want to see them now. I don't want to wait. Just watch them play.
Let them go.
Enjoy the series for what it is.
It is what it is, and they're going to kill each other, and it's going to go to Game 7.
Oh yeah.
It is for sure. But it's been fun. It's been a fun little ride so far.
Trenning just got rocked. I mean,
Oh,
completely rocked.
Damn good
That
hits.
Blackwell, listen, I will say this about
a good hit.
Blackwell.
That was a
I've
good hit.
tell him Blackwell because I've watched him play during the game. I kind of had my eyes on him on the ice earlier this season. He's kind of an interesting player. Like he just.
And he's been scouting them all year. It's funny how when somebody does something and he says he's been scouting them all
Well,
year.
I thought he kind of like wasn't a great skater, maybe, or something like just looked a little bit off, man. But when I see him rock players like that, dude,
Well,
that,
you gotta have timing.
that shows his value, and he does
Fuck
get around
yeah.
the ice fine, and you know he can make a play when given the opportunity, and he's an impact player for their team. So I'll give you a shout out, Colin Blackwell.
Yeah, no shout. And even Trenton too, man, who had like 13 hits in Game 1. Like his head was down. It was a weird pass, and it was a perfect hit, man. I dream of those hits.
He fought Colton Parayko.
He fought
remember
Colin Prickle the other day. But I dream of those hits where they come in perfectly. They come to you, right?
Yeah.
You're just there, and you
just had to stop
you
and
get
wait
your-
for him to skate right into
you
you,
get
right?
this thing right in the sweet spot, right in their sternum, and it does. You don't even feel it. It's such an unbelievable feeling. They come in, they put themselves in such a bad position to where you don't even have to do anything. You just put them downtown.
Clean
China.
hit, right?
Damn right. He didn't do anything. He just got off. And I like how no one was really celebrating on the bench because Trennan was fucked up.
Yeah, he was.
And 2 trainers had to go out there and pick his fucking ass up.
Damn. He's
It's
probably
getting nasty.
out for a while. Dude.
Hey, man, he hits guys, dude. Like, he's
He
a fucking
does.
hitter. Like,
He
whatever.
does.
He doesn't have that many penalty minutes, which
I
is
think Bogosian
pretty-
made the pass to him.
Oh, Bogo.
Was that a bad
who's,
pass?
who's another guy I love? I got to look at it again.
You know what they call those passes?
No, I don't, Andy. Tell me. Jesus Christ. Suey passes. I'm not even going to say it. They're Suey passes, and they ain't good. And we've all been a part of that. And we've all given some, too. Like, I've had a couple chips on the wall where I'm kicking to the center, and he's above me,
What do you suggest
and he gets fucking rocked.
the player do in that situation who's receiving the pass? Like, do you turn your head towards, like, or what do you do?
That's
like,
a damn good question.
Because a lot of young kids are
you
listening,
gotta-
man. You don't want to get blown up in the neutral zone. And chances are, Cam, if that's a regular season game, maybe Blackwell's not looking for the hit there. Maybe you don't see the same
Sometimes
collision.
you just got to take the puck and take the hit because they fucked you. You got to get the puck in deep. What are you going to be like, hey, what? Like, what do? You're going to jump out of the way?
If you know it's coming, do you stop and turn and protect yourself?
Hopefully just hold the damn thing and put. If you know he's coming up, like try to protect yourself.
That's what I mean. Stop and turn and protect yourself. Receive the pass with your back facing the,
or like
the hitter.
Tip the pass and then take the hit.
Okay.
You know, it's tough. It's seconds, and I just thought he had a little bit more time. That was just a perfect setup. Some of those hits are just perfect. They set up perfectly.
Yeah.
God damn.
Maybe just use.
And he's a big guy.
Maybe just use the wall there if you're the D man.
Yeah, but it was sealed off.
Glass.
Sealed off, dude. What? No, he was by the bench.
Move your feet.
Take it in yourself.
Don't get your guy killed.
Take it in yourself.
And I love Bogosian.
I got to look at it one more time.
Yeah.
It might not have been as bad as you think.
Well, he should study it. I was in the film room this morning.
But his fucking head, his head was down. I remember that part. Jesus Christ. It's like Andy fucking skating when Bobby Plager fucking smoked him. And bam! Head down.
Well, someone put the puck on my skates there, too. No, they did. I'll show it to
your
you.
head, you skate with your head down. It's all good. You skate with your head down.
How dare you?
Oh, I'm just being realistic. All good. No big deal.
Is that your favorite series? Like, what's your favorite series right now?
The ones I'll give you. Okay, I have so many of them that I'll give you the ones I don't like. Right now, Vegas, Utah ain't doing much for me.
Okay.
And Colorado,
LA.
I'm
Like, let's pick it up, guys.
Go.
Let's get going.
Everybody else is like, fuck you.
Mhm.
We're killing each other. We're fucking chirping.
Yeah.
Shit's going down. That's what I want.
Colorado's playing
They're just like,
as if, hey, we don't need to go 100% against you guys. We're just going to knock you out in 4 or 5 games and move
it's
on.
not a good
and then turn
attitude.
it on. But I want to see Colorado turn it on right now.
That's not a good attitude to have, Andy.
Anaheim, Edmonton, entertaining game. Edmonton is exactly who we think they are. They give up a shit ton of chances, a lot of goals, and they can score. So they're really never out of a game because they can score, but they're never going to shut you down either because they give up a ton of goals.
Ingram had to come up big at the end there. There was a couple saves that he made. They were getting pressured pretty good. Anaheim's tougher than you think. Don't think that Gudas isn't going to fucking do something.
Especially when they're down in the series.
Do not think that the Butcher isn't going to go out there and put one of your big boys down.
The Butcher.
The Butcher.
Is that what you call him?
Isn't that his nickname?
Is that his nickname?
That's what I heard.
The Butcher?
The Butcher.
Wow.
Shit kicking.
Kind of plays like Garth Butcher.
We're not talking about Garth, okay? We're talking about the Butcher.
Doesn't he kind of
probably from the guy in gangs of the New York.
Wouldn't you say that's how Garth Butcher played back in the day?
I would say Gudas is way scarier than anybody.
Fine.
I don't know. I love Butchie,
but
man.
I'm just using I'll tell you this right now.
I don't know where you're going with it.
Hold on, let me explain. Gudas is really scary in the modern game. When Butcher was playing, there were multiple of Butchers and multiple of Gudases on every single team. If Garth Butcher played in today's game, dude, he'd be considered a scary player.
If Gudas played in the mid-'90s, he'd be a fucking killer.
Fine. Well, we can both be right on that.
Kills guys.
Can we both?
And you know what?
Can we agree to both be right?
It's a lot easier to hit those guys back then too. Could you imagine what he'd do to those guys? Ooh, doggy.
Oh my God.
Knock them
because
out.
Gudas, he's got good mobility too.
I played against him early. I remember being fucking worried about him.
Really?
Yes, dude. He was playing for fucking Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in the minors at the time, into my career, and everybody's like, fucking this Gudas guy. This fucking Gudas guy. Cam, watch him. He'll get you. And I'm like, okay. And he was rocking guys in fucking Syracuse.
You know the Wyatt Johnston?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think he's got 20. If I read this incorrectly, I apologize. But he scored 2 more goals. One was a bullshit goal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you lose games in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I hate to say that.
The little flipper from the fucking almost to the goal line.
Let's hope for Minnesota's sake that all of a sudden the narrative coming out of this playoffs is that they don't have good enough goaltending to match the rest of their team. I hope we're not saying that.
It's a buzzkill.
Because I like both their goalies, to be honest with you.
When you get scored on like that, it's a buzzkill.
So Wallstedt gives up that goal. Didn't love it. That is a buzzkill, man. That'll take the momentum right out of you.
You're fucking going 100 miles an hour. Guys are flying around.
But Wyatt Johnston now has 20 career playoff goals already, and he's 22 years old, dude.
He's gonna make money.
Oh,
I like those kind of guys. I'll take a Claude Lemieux.
Claude Lemieux.
Meaning you perform in the playoffs
this guy scores a shit ton. He's a star in the regular season.
What did he get this year?
Wyatt Johnston?
Yeah, 70.
Oh, how many goals did he get?
No, well, not goal. How many points did he get?
Well, let's look, Cam.
Yeah, I like that series. I like the back and forth.
You're comparing him to Claude Lemieux, though?
Well, I was just saying, like
he doesn't play like Claude Lemieux at all.
No, but Claude Lemieux scored a lot of playoff goals.
He
and
did.
I was like, I don't know. Sorry. Good God. Yeah, that was it's entertaining so far. It's been entertaining so far. We're trying to keep you guys up to date. We're putting it out now. We got Riley Cote on talking
Wyatt
about Florida
Johnston is 22 years old, and he had 45 goals this year.
Ay.
And 86 points.
Oh, stud. What's he gonna make? 17?
Well, I think he already got extended.
What did he get?
Let's look up at his contract.
He might be the most underpaid guy in the league.
I think he's got they don't have his playoff goals in there. He's got 20 goals now in 57 games, 58 games.
How big is he?
He seems like a really nice guy. Wyatt Johnston, 6'1".
Okay,
good size. Yeah. 187.
That's always weird.
Light.
That's always weird. 180. He could be. I don't know. I
I
always look at 187. Like, God, that's small. But that's your when you get into training camp when you've been training all summer.
So he signed a 5-year, $42 million contract on March 8th, 2025.
Lock him up.
So that's just a little over $8 million a year, and he does a 5-year deal. I wish more of these star players, man. I don't know why with the cap uncertainty, who knows how high it's going to be 8 years from now, 7 years from now.
Yep.
It's just going up and up and up. If you can get life-changing generational money in a 5-year deal, why would you sign a 7-year deal?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? He's going to be 26, 27 when this deal is up.
And he's going to sign a monster.
About $50 million in his pocket based off of his entry-level deal and now this. With all the bonuses he got. He scores 30 in his sleep. What's he going to make 5 years from now? $14 million a year at 27? Jesus.
If he keeps going up, he's 22. I mean, he might get
16?
He might get Krill money.
Krill the thrill.
How can you not, as an agent, look at that? And well, our numbers are kind of. I know his number. He completely dominates the ice when he's on.
He does. So
he sticks out more than. But anybody.
None of their stars get respect. I'm sorry.
Minnesota's.
I'm talking about Dallas.
Dallas.
They don't.
Rantanen doesn't.
He's so good.
God, are you kidding?
I don't think Jason Robertson gets enough respect.
Yeah,
and I don't think Wyatt Johnston gets enough respect.
I agree with that.
These are superstars.
Yep, I agree
no
with that.
one talks about them. You go into this series, it's all about the Minnesota Stars. They don't get nearly as much attention as Kaprizov, as Boldy, as Quinn Hughes.
I don't think either. Well, Quinn's a different story. He kind of fucked up the other night. We'll talk about that in a second. I don't think either team gets as much respect for their superstars.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just stuck in the Midwest, man.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
They're
not in Canada. They're not in
Canada.
You're original six.
And even Minnesota, it's a huge hockey town, but there's not many cameras. Not too many people are talking about it. It just is what it is.
They are there.
They're there.
Mm-hmm.
God, they got some monsters on both teams.
That's kind of just the Minnesota way,
But Quinn Hughes did look, and I like him a lot. I love his whole family. But God, that was a bad look. The puck was literally going into the corner on that icing. And he's just going to let it go, and then it popped up on its side and rolled right in. And they had time.
On the empty netter.
Yes,
that was Johnston's second goal of the game, I believe. Right?
Yeah. Okay, but it was going this way, and it popped up, and he let up on it. But it was still some time left, and it was only a 1-goal game at the time. Yeah. So I don't know. It wasn't a good look. It's all good. You got to regroup. Do your thing.
I don't think you're expecting that to happen. Listen, Minnesota.
Well, it did happen.
Okay, but Minnesota got the job done. I'm sorry. They got the split on the road.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
They're in a great spot.
Yes, they are. You're absolutely right on that.
They're in a great spot.
Yep.
So now they go home, and Dallas, their objective is to go into Minnesota now and win a game.
I'm watching that series.
Hell yeah.
God, yeah.
You know what the problem was last night? I got kind of lazy. I didn't feel like getting up to change the channel, and I was just watching this Carolina game that was in overtime.
Was entertaining.
It'll end, and then I'll switch it over.
Sometimes you just gotta watch a full game.
It wouldn't end.
Sometimes you can't keep up with everything.
And I just was locked in on that game. Yeah. When I did switch it over during the intermission, although I did see what PK was wearing, we can talk about that. He looked like a priest yesterday.
Jesus, Murphy.
But he's different. Okay.
They look like the Twin Towers.
Hold on, we'll talk. Hold on. Okay.
Somebody made a funny tweet.
Okay. All right. So it's all good. I'm not chirping Pete.
Yeah, you are.
Okay. But listen,
his pants look ridiculous.
Can I say this?
What are we talking about?
The Ottawa Carolina game. It's fun. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But when you switch over to Minnesota Dallas, it's like a completely different game. It's like the skill level, the physicality, the size. Although there were some monster hits in that Ottawa Carolina game. Martinook just absolutely destroyed somebody from Ottawa. I'm forgetting who it was.
I got to disagree with you. I think Carolina moves the puck so fucking
No, they do.
good.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying.
Like, boom, 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 boom.
I'm saying the star power between Dallas and Minnesota.
Bigger
man,
superstars, for sure.
It's a different level.
But at Carolina goes 100 miles an hour.
Carolina, they could listen.
100 miles an hour.
This is their year.
What a weird game.
In the eyes of a lot of people, and they have the ability to take this the distance. As long as they get to goaltending. Anderson, I didn't like the third goal he let in.
That's the one I was probably thinking of where they kind of just threw from the goal line.
Five hole, like come on now.
Buzzkill.
Like
Beyond belief. Buzzkill.
And he made some unbelievable saves on Brady Tkachuk in tight, made some incredible saves.
3 or 4.
So he's the reason why it got to overtime for a multiple of reasons. He let in a terrible goal, and he made some incredible saves.
But the whole situation, the whole thing was so weird. Like, was that offsides? Like, you just look at that, and you're like,
but you know
did
why
he not have control of the puck?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Because his leg was over. But he did. Stahl didn't have control of the puck there. He made the play in the game.
I don't know.
He didn't have control.
I don't know.
What's control
too
then?
much for me.
So much. I can't.
Like what?
I can't.
What are we doing here? So maybe they're
And then
like
a penalty shot.
Okay, let's call
what?
it offside because then he'll get the penalty shot. Well, he didn't score on the penalty shot either. I just love the fact that Martinook was the guy to come back and
Yeah, I know. I like him a lot.
score the
Man.
goal.
Yeah.
He's a playoff player, man.
Yeah.
Did you see his hit earlier in the game?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Who was that on? Like just absolute. And it was right after an Ottawa player delivered a pretty significant hit on a Carolina player. So it was like
Brady took a weird penalty this center
early in the game. Did you think that was a penalty on Aho?
No.
He kind of like pushed him in the back of the head, punched him, whatever you want to call it.
Again, I always have to revert to Andy and say, like, somebody punched Ty in the back of the head. You'd be like, "What the? Is that fucking penalty?"
But I'm
just
asking. He's going back to the bench playoff.
I wouldn't do it. It's a penalty. You ask me if it's a penalty. You punch somebody in the back of the head, Andy. It's a penalty. Like you can call those. Let me see that son of a bitch.
Watch this. Wait till you see this.
Boom! Boom, boy! That's how you get in there. God dang. You're damn right. Get in there. That place is loud, dude.
It's loud.
I know.
Although people left the game, apparently. They thought it was over.
Yeah, which is weird. Well, they probably got a long drive home.
Everyone thought it was over.
But you understand, they're spread out there too, right? You know what I mean? Holy shit. Look at the. I love it, man. Bam! Clipped him too. He clipped him too. So if you watch that, excuse me, it was probably another inch a different direction. That's going to be a 5-minute major. So he got lucky on that.
Yeah, but it's a clean hit.
I know. But if it was this much further into his head, that would have been a 5-minute major.
All right,
and he
your
would have been
favorite
booted
team
out
in
of
the
game.
Eastern Conference so far?
It's a good question, Andy.
Because Carolina might be mine. I mean, right now.
I got it.
Ottawa too.
Hold on. Because we have Riley Cote on, I'm throwing Philly in that sumbitch right now. But my number one team, what do you think it is? Who do you
it's
think?
not Tampa.
No.
It's not.
Come on.
Hold on, dude. Because
There's only a certain amount.
Yeah, but you're putting me on the spot, Montreal.
There you go.
I love Montreal.
God.
Too. They're so much
We
fun.
talked about this earlier.
Montreal's the
I
most
told you.
fun team in the league.
They're young.
Young and fun.
How about their power play? Like, how young is their power play? They got a
first overall.
And get to a 5th overall.
And then you get to Caulfield, who a lot of teams passed over.
Yes.
I got to be honest with you. When I saw Caulfield play in the World Juniors and saw him play at Wisconsin, and I'm doing my scouting on him, such a natural goal scorer, Cam. But I didn't think that it would translate this well to the NHL. I thought he'd have a little bit of a harder time. I thought he was kind of a little goofy. Always kind of had like this smile on his face, it's like a child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was like, I don't.
He's a wheel.
I just don't see it.
Yeah.
You know, Chris Weidman's best friend.
Oh yeah.
But I mean,
why is that?
So
we need to go up there and hang with the boys.
I know. So I just didn't see it. Honestly, happening.
Good
the
for
way
you
that
to
it's
admit that.
The way,
Good for you
the way
to
that it's
admit that.
happening for this guy to score
He's a young,
51
he's
goals.
He looks young. Like
Cam,
no shit.
He scored 50.
Dude, he's awesome.
This dude, and he couldn't make Team USA. And I know, listen, everyone would say USA won, so they picked the right guys. It doesn't mean that they still wouldn't have won. You got a 50 goal scorer in the NHL. You got
know.
Jason Robertson. It was a little goofy that those guys didn't find their way onto the team, but like Trocheck and some of these other guys on the team, we all know, we talked about it. Like they impacted the game. They led
JT
to a gold medal.
JT and Trocheck did. They did.
Love JT.
Hell yeah. Those guys impacted that fucking tournament, dude.
Mm-hmm.
They're winning draws and blocking shots with their face. You're goddamn right they did.
Hell to the yeah.
Hell yeah. Billy Guerin, you did your thing.
So listen, Caulfield, I'll give you a shout out.
Who else you going to give a shout out to on Montreal? The big boy.
Jakub Dobish, my boy, who I've known since he was 16 years old. That's my boy, dude.
I got another guy.
And we'll get into him here in just a second. But Jakub Dobish, man, when he came over to St. Louis to play, and I'll never forget, Lubos Barteko brought him over. Barteko knew who he was. Barteko.
My boy, too.
So he is. And I was hoping to see him in Nashville this past
tattoos
weekend.
in the league.
He's got a lot of tats.
Fucking awesome
but
looking
he's
dude.
ripped, dude. He's
an awesome looking dude.
Played in like 4 Olympics.
He's a Viking.
Yeah, he did. Played in like 4 Olympics. Great family. Dominic, his son, will give him a shout out too. So Lubos Barteko's like, I got this kid who's good enough to be on national team. But I'm like, it didn't really add up to me at the time. I'm like, why is he coming to St. Louis to play like midget hockey?
Yeah.
If he's good enough to be on the national team.
No shit.
But he comes over here. He should have played U16, but Al McInnes was coaching the U16s. They had another kid who was like a Division I commit, playing at Notre Dame right now, last name Williams. Give Willie a shout out.
Willie, what up, baby?
And so he didn't really need a goalie.
Yeah.
So he came and played for us with the U18. Scott Sanderson was the head coach. This dude was unbelievable. He scored a goal in midget hockey. I've never seen a goalie score a goal in midget AAA ever.
Yeah, not midget. I've seen juniors big time.
Midget scored a goal over the top. And he's got swag. All his guys love him. Lived with Kelly Chase one summer. He's just like became a St. Louis guy. Still comes back to St. Louis in the summer. Trains with Jeff
Get him
Lavecchio.
on.
So we are going to get him on. I had him on Hockey Sense before. But we'll get him on.
Andy always has to get him on Hockey Sense.
We'll get him on.
Camera.
We'll get him on Cam and Strick in studio.
Yeah.
We'll have him come in. He's cool as shit. So listen, for him to get the net here for the playoffs to begin, and kind of had a little bit of an up and down season. Started off great. Remember, he kind of made some comments to the media and
he
certain
said somebody
things.
said something, and he told the ref that, which I kind of was like,
but he's tight.
We need to talk to him about that.
That's a tight group.
We'll talk to him about
That's
that.
a tight team.
We'll talk to him about
that. They're very tight. You can tell they're close.
But I was going to mention, of course, Safkowski, who dominated that game.
Did you see my tweet?
Did I see his tweet? Like, why? It's always about Andy's tweet. Did I see his tweet? No, I was watching the game. I saw it live.
No, my tweet was, I have a video when he was drafted first overall.
Oh,
I'll
God.
never forget. It was in Montreal, Cam. Could you imagine being drafted first overall by the
remember
Montreal
that.
Canadiens in Montreal?
I remember the whole thing.
But being there was a little bit of a different, like, environment. Remember, that was when, like, Shane Wright, like, stared down the Canadians. I mean,
you could see that in a different way.
Hey, we've had Kent Huskins on, the GM.
Yeah.
Kent Hughes, I should say. Who's the GM?
Ken Huskins was a D-man for the
What
Ducks.
up?
I fought
What
him
up,
a couple
Husky?
times. What's up, Husky? I love you, buddy. We'll get your ass.
He's got
We
a
might have had him
coffee
on.
business. No, we haven't had Huskins on. Great dude. He played.
dude.
He played
Long
here
time.
for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's awesome. But
Ken Huskins.
Kent Hughes,
Yeah.
Patrice Bergeron, Vincent Lecavalier, he represented a lot of big dogs over the course of his time as a longtime agent. Great interview we had with him.
Yes.
Jeff Gorton, we had a great interview with him too.
Yes, we did.
Remember, he offered me the GM job if I could learn French.
No, I don't remember that.
Because he was the president.
Is that the same kind of tall tale that you said that you had the best hands in St. Louis as a young
Chaser
kid?
said that.
And Chaser said it, and we asked Chaser, and he literally says, I have no fucking clue what he's talking about.
He said it twice, dude. Chaser did. But anyway, so Jeff Gorton and Kent Hughes have done a masterful job building this team. If I'm a team like St. Louis, or if I'm a fan of St. Louis, this is why you just be patient. You start building through all these picks. Now, the Blues don't have a first overall pick and stuff like that. But they've got a lot of young talent that,
We got 3 first-rounders.
Snuggerud, Holloway, these guys play like top 5 picks.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though Holloway was drafted by Edmonton.
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, but what I'm saying is Montreal is just incredibly entertaining, and I got to give a shout out to management there. The way that they've built that team, the faith and the trust they had in Marty St. Louis, who's also been on with us, and to come in and coach and do what he's doing, dude.
Yeah, and he looks confident behind the bench too.
So
and I think,
confident.
listen, like guys like that too, like the refs look at you differently. You know, he called a timeout. Was it on the power play in overtime? Whatever it was. Like he's making some good decisions. You could tell, like When he talks to people on the bench, they pan on him. He's talking to all the guys. He's very vocal. Guys are looking back. They're not like me. Like just little things like that you can add up. They're young. They're fast. They got some toughness to them. Anderson, Jesus, he might have almost got fucking 5-game suspension going 100 miles an hour behind the net. I don't know who he barely
He's
clipped.
a warrior.
I like him a lot. Then he gets a penalty. He's fucking down and out. They kill it off, I believe. Comes out, scores a goal. God dang. Anderson.
London
what's
Knight,
up?
right? Yeah, he is. Played
Big
in
boy.
Columbus all those years, man.
He
He's a
struggled. Did he
fourth-round
struggle
pick,
off the
dude.
bat with his big contract that he had up there?
Oh,
Maybe
he's a
I
fourth-round pick.
Yeah.
He had 14 goals this season. I feel like he's capable of scoring way more than that. And earlier in his career, he did. He had a
Might be
season
that
where
guy
he
that's
scored
just-
27.
You put him in a playoff situation, dude. He might just do things. You know.
He hasn't put up a ton of playoff goals in his career. He's got 9 playoff goals in like 49 games.
49. Yep. Maybe it's time.
But to me,
I don't know. They
I
get
love the way he hits, and he's always in the mix after the whistle, dude.
always like he's loud. Like meaning
And he'll fight tough guys too.
no shit. Meaning like you're always like aware when he's on the ice. If he's trying to get you going that fast going behind the net, like all the D men are like, oh boy.
But you know,
Like,
he's,
okay.
he's never been like a prolific goal scorer, even in junior.
He's on a big.
I think
he's on
he
a
had
big
27
contract.
goals, and he's just a hockey player,
He's
dude.
a hockey player, dude. And sometimes he might score a big time fucking goal.
But you know
And
what?
put you ahead.
Go poll the GMs. How many guys would take him? I'd take his
God,
ass.
I know. We talked about
my
that.
team.
God, yeah.
Josh Anderson, come play for me.
No What team do you coach?
I'm going to manage one.
Andy's going to manage a team. What else are you going to do? Andy's going to manage a team.
I want to manage a team. Could you imagine if that was the announcement tomorrow?
What?
I am the new general manager.
Oh, the Toronto what?
The Toronto Maple Leafs.
Jesus.
Oh, listen.
Would you still
can
do
I-
the podcast?
How about? Oh, I'd still do it.
Thank you.
How about? I can't believe what I'm hearing from some of the analysts who I really respect and really like up in Toronto.
What do you mean?
This is the Toronto Maple Leafs. Why aren't they getting the biggest names in hockey? How come the biggest names in hockey don't want this job? What's the answer? Because even a few years back, and they brought up some great points. I mean, they did go get Brendan Shanahan, who was a monster name.
I was going to say, don't the biggest names have already been
Hold on.
recycled through there?
So they had Brendan Shanahan. Who'd he bring in?
Big boy.
Lou.
Yeah.
Who'd Lou bring in?
Doobie.
Babcock, right?
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they've done that. And they're like, we got to get Doug Armstrong. Well, Doug Armstrong works for another team, in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
And he's
more
under
years.
contract.
More
And this is a massive offseason for the St. Louis Blues.
Big time.
And so people are frustrated. Well, why haven't they called the Blues and just get – because he should just want to come here because this is Toronto. He's not going to – listen, I see Pelly and these guys do these press conferences. You think Doug Armstrong's coming to work for that group? Hell no.
With his different glasses,
Dude,
every backdrop.
let me explain that a lot of these general managers and executives that you see throughout the league, they don't really answer to anybody outside of the owner. They talk to the owner, but they run their own hockey operations. They don't have 150 fucking media people telling them what to do every single day. People on the inside telling them what they should do. They just run their own thing. And it's calm, it's quiet, and they win. And they're in a much better position. So the reality is, I don't know how great of a job the Toronto Maple Leafs is right now. If you look at it purely from a hockey standpoint, are they built for instant success? Is there a window when you say, hey, this team, you give it time, all of a sudden they're going to be a competitive, contending team? No, you got to almost build that thing from the ground up. So I agree. If you've never been a general manager before, if you're an assistant GM, hell yeah, I'd want that job. I'd want any job, to be honest with you. But I'd take Toronto. Be a great challenge, great platform. Certainly get a lot of attention. You win there, you'll forever be crowned as king
Oh, God. Yeah.
of hockey. But they just have a long way to go. And whoever gets this job is not going to be the guy that gets them over the top. It's going to be the next guy or the next guy after that because they've got a long way to go. And now you got to make decisions. What do you do with all these guys who are making a ton of money there who I think it's been proven that they can't win alone on their own. So do you move them? Do you keep them? I just don't get the sense that it's as great of a job as everyone wants us to make make us believe that it's that great of a job. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. And I do think, though, maybe 5 years ago, you would look at it completely different.
I
You'd
w-
be like,
100%.
they're right
And
there.
that's why Brendan Shanahan looked at
Yes,
it that way.
They're right there. They're right there. They're right there. Let me get in.
They had a first overall
I
pick.
could be the guy.
They had, Marner, who they drafted high.
Now
They had Nylander, who they drafted high.
Yeah, they were loaded. And they
Loaded.
dominated throughout the regular season. And they would lose series, and you're like, okay, but we could fix this, and we're going to go from there. We're going to get a little tougher. We're going to have this. We're going to maybe tweak this. Maybe a goaltending. And they got worse and worse and worse. And now it's
And
shut
listen,
down.
I love Matt Sundin and all that. The idea of Matt Sundin coming
I
in.
heard
but
that too.
Listen,
you need a
somebody
motherfucker.
who's ran scouting meetings before, who's ran
and the Mets.
organizational meetings,
There it
who
is.
truly knows how to build a team
Done it before.
and has the work ethic to have boots on the ground all over the world
What's Sundin been doing?
every day. And maybe Sundin would want to do that. I mean, and some people would say, well, Alexander Steen's going to take over in St. Louis. Well, yeah, but he's been working like a dog the last several years.
Yeah, and
in training.
Doug's going to be
In
with him for
training.
another 3 years.
And Doug's going to be here. And that's why Doug's not leaving.
That's a 7-year ordeal. That's 7 years. Like he's been through it.
And
He's
I'll
had
tell
all
you
the
what,
meetings.
Steiner,
Exactly.
man, he's inheriting a hell of a program here.
Yeah, he is.
Like they've got some pieces. They really do.
Sure. And they showed it the last right after.
And they're going to have more
March
pieces,
1st.
Once you get through the draft this year.
And I'll tell you this right now. Another good thing with the Blues, they packed it every night. I was at every single home game. You were at every single home game. They were fucking packed every night on a Monday after a weird weekend against a team that.
I will
they're
say though, man, across the board, the
pretty
NHL,
nice.
the crowds are great.
Are they? But how is the viewership as far as TV and stuff like that? Like I don't know. I hear different things. But
What are you hearing?
I don't know. It's down 40%.
Oh, really? During the playoffs, you mean?
I don't. How? Is it because there's too many
Is
different
it because
streaming?
of PK's pants?
They are getting chirped.
I thought I saw Magic Johnson's son wearing the same outfit. And I wonder if he got
That's his daughter.
Wait,
I don't like what you just said there.
fine.
Look into the camera and say, "I'm sorry to the people.
But you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
going to tweet something out and apologize to the people."
I think
that's his
I think he
daughter.
refers to
That's
him
his
as
6'7"
6'9" or something.
daughter.
Fine, daughter. And I'm not
Oh.
being even like controversial. Here,
No,
but I
God no.
right. So I don't know how.
That is a good analogy.
But
I'm not
Magic
gonna
wore
lie to
the
you.
same outfit. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
I know
know.
his daughter did. She
They're
wore the
good.
exact same
Listen,
outfit
Like Tate,
on a cruise or
Tate
something.
McRae and like Canadians wear. They really dress. They dress differently than you.
Well, he's French Canadian too. Not really.
Okay, but I'm just
But
telling you,
he played in
Canadians dress.
Montreal.
I remember going up to Canada there compared to the people, and then even in Jersey's different. And it's all different.
Mhm.
But like that baggy like Jinko, what I used to wear in the '90s when I was a skateboarder, kind of style is back up there. I don't know if
Well, I'm seeing Justin Bieber wearing some of that stuff too, but that's
So
not what he was
goofy.
wearing, dude. Like I'm all about fashion and style. I
Oh,
really,
God.
I enjoy it, and hearing all about
enjoy it.
I hearing
He
all about it.
enjoys fashion.
But like,
You are.
but you got Mark Messier on the set with you.
Looks
He's
sharp.
like wearing like it
Looks
just
sharp.
doesn't fit. It's not for the right. It's just not the right time.
It looks goofy. The Twin Towers.
And you know what, man?
Somebody said they're going to.
My feeling,
Islam's gonna
my
fucking take a plane and fucking
just
put 'em
wanna
down.
I don't mind if you want to dress loud, dude. Don Cherry did that forever.
Yeah, he looks sharp, dude. Don Cherry looks sharp with those fucking badass.
But when you
suits on.
try
What do
to,
you mean?
when you're dressing to like be different or try to get attention, obviously what you're doing, it's just,
he looked like an old woman.
it
No,
wasn't,
he did. Somebody said he looked like a school teacher. That's
that's
telling you
probably
to-
wasn't a good outfit. His pants were like hiked up. His shirt was see through.
he looked goofy as shit. I mean, and I look goofy. I don't want to be a hypocrite, but like it just was like I'm gonna try so hard to stick out instead of the hockey. Instead of my comments,
I'm not gonna make it
hold
about
on.
my.
Instead of my in my commentary, I'm not gonna break this game down. I'm just gonna be loud this way.
Mhm.
It's just too much.
Like Biz, which obviously everyone's trying to compete with Biz,
Of course.
trying to get as much attention as he's getting. But Biz is just like, he doesn't dress crazy. He may put like a Maple Leafs Hall of Fame coat on. He may put a wolf thing on, like a
Yeah, or
you know,
dress like a Hanson
but he's
brother.
wearing like a suit, dude. Like he's not trying. He doesn't have to try that hard. He's just being himself.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
He doesn't have to try that hard.
So Biz is just being himself.
yeah.
Lundqvist is being himself. Everyone's being himself. And maybe PK, this is who he is. I don't know. Maybe Leah Hextall, this is who she is.
Well, she did ask Tate Thompson. This is he's only had experience in the NHL.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a problem is that for you? Like, is it
not knowing that?
Yeah, is it that big of a deal?
If I'm her, people would chirp. If I was in that situation, I would get fucking bashed.
Okay, so here's the deal.
I would get bashed.
Let me just explain it like this. And I like Leah. I've met Leah. She's very,
I've gotten bashed
nice.
for fucking up things.
And some people who are real critical of her, it's almost the way they approach it. It's almost cancel culture-ish, even though they don't think it is. It's like, cancel her because she didn't. I get it. You know what I mean?
No, you never want anybody getting fucking.
You don't want anyone being canceled.
I don't want any of that.
But
no.
so it's like other people have been canceled. Like, a mistake is a mistake. Like, I'm not saying she should lose her job over it.
God, no.
Okay, the way some people have attacked her. My feeling is this, and as someone who's, kind of been in that position or in the business, it's not the viewer or the fan's responsibility to know some of that stuff. But when you are in the chair to interview the player, and I don't care if you're male, female, ESPN, TNT, FanDuel, whatever, you are expected to know your shit, know the information, and be able to present that to the audience. And when you don't know it, it's no different than, remember the girl who was on ESPN who the comedian was on there and she said it was Deion Sanders' jersey, but it was Barry Sanders. Everyone knows Barry Sanders.
No, it wasn't Deion. It was Shador. She's like, oh, you're wearing Shador. And he's like, no, it's Drewski. Drewski's like, no, girl, no. This is Barry Sanders. We're in Detroit right now.
And it was a Lions jersey, number 20.
Number 20. We all know.
How do you not know that? You
because
don't even have
they're hired because.
Okay, all right, so fine. So,
come on.
Now,
Beat around
Deion
the bush.
Sanders is a little more, Barry Sanders' jersey is a little more obvious to most people than Tage Thompson being drafted by the Blues.
No doubt about it.
And playing a handful of games with the Blues. But with that being said, he is their best player. He's a USA Olympian. He's a superstar player. He was involved in a trade that was one of the more famous trades, really, in recent memory that led to the Blues winning a Stanley Cup that involved a superstar player in Ryan O'Reilly.
Yep.
You kind of have to know that. So if it was a mistake, man, I can live with the mistake. Mistakes do happen. But in that situation during the playoffs, you just got to be on your game, man. You got to be on your game. And I think that's what it comes down to. Be on your game and just deliver the information and know the information. I hear it here locally all the time. I mean, if a guy is from Sweden, they say he's from Finland. If he's a right shot, they say he's a left shot. If he's a first-round pick, they say he's a third-round pick. I hear misinformation, and people don't really catch on to that because they don't know. So they just know whatever information.
You hear it in St. Louis.
I do.
St. Louis is pretty dialed in with stuff.
I'm just saying. They probably wouldn't get that wrong, right?
Well, fuck.
Everyone knows in St. Louis
Everybody.
that Tage Thompson was drafted here.
Everybody.
Out of UConn, led the nation in power play goals his freshman year, had an unbelievable shot in college that he brought to the NHL.
How's the
with
broadcast going with ESPN, you think, right? They're getting chirped pretty good. I hear fucking people chirping them all the time on Twitter about different things, and Dave Jackson was talking and breaking down something. Bucci interrupts him right in the middle of the thing when they were doing. Then there was no call, and then Dave was just about to explain why certain.
Yeah, but like Dave Jackson, we've been talking about the referee, the use of officials in the NHL. They've never been able to figure it out. It's never become what they wanted it to become, which was how it's used in the NFL. The officials that are part of the NFL broadcast, man, are unbelievable. They break it down and they give you their opinion. They tell you what the rule is going to be and what they're looking at and whether it's going to be overturned, reversed, or if the call on the field is going to stand. They're hardly ever wrong in football. In hockey, they just tell you what the rule is. I've told you this how many times, Cam, have I said this on the podcast? These guys, they come on during the game when there's a goalie interference they just tell you what the rule is. We know the rule. What are you seeing? What do you think? And so I know Swish called him out publicly. But we've been talking about that for a long time. I'm glad he called him out. They need to be called out. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I know.
Give an opinion, give your take.
Well, it could be this, it could be that, it could be, what's your take?
And I think he even was given an opportunity, even in last night's game, to give an opinion, and his response was, well, I'm not going to tell you what my opinion is. I'm just going to tell you what they're looking at. It's like, no, dude, then don't have a referee as part of these broadcasts. The problem is when you compare the NFL to the NHL in terms of how they use officials on their broadcast, is that in the NFL, it works. It adds to the broadcast. In the NHL, it's bringing nothing. It's not adding anything to the broadcast, because typically the analyst during an NHL broadcast, and probably the same case in football, but I think the rules are a little more goofy in football. There's a lot more rules, and I don't think every analyst knows every rule in football. Not to say they know every rule in hockey, but I think most analysts can definitely break it down and tell you whether or not it's going to be offsides, whether or not it's going to be goalie interference or whatever.
I don't know about that.
Really?
I feel
well,
like
we don't know because we don't know what they're going to say.
Everything
but they can
else,
give their opinion.
If it's an elbow to the head, you're probably like, yeah, that's going to be. But a goalie interference, that's where everything gets goofy.
It does
and
get
even
goofy.
last night, the offsides got goofy.
Okay, I know what you're saying there, because, but that's a deeper issue. That's more about the league. We don't know what's going to be considered a goal and what's not a goal. But at the same time, I think an analyst can provide more of a breakdown leading up to the call than what we're seeing from the referee that they bring into the broadcast.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
So just let whoever.
I agree with that.
Now, the other day on TNT, Drew Doughty bumps somebody into his own goalie, Forsberg, right?
Right into him.
And the goal was disallowed.
Yep.
And it was really strange. I felt like Eddie Olczyk and Brian Boucher, they wouldn't let it go. They kept going back and forth about it. And Boucher was like, no, I think he got nudged by Doughty, which then made contact with the goaltender. And Edzo was kind of like, you think he would have had time in that situation to just bump into the goalie or whatever he was saying? I don't know. And then they went and talked to the coach. I think it was Jared Bednar who they talked to. And Bednar gave the exact same explanation that Brian Boucher gave, and Edzo still wouldn't let it go.
Oh, yeah.
When you have two analysts having that type of conflict, I think it becomes very uncomfortable for the viewer. It's like they're kind of almost arguing it. Like, it's not one guy giving his opinion
This is not
and
sports
the other
talk
guy
radio.
giving his opinion.
You know.
It's like, no, I'm right and you're wrong, and I'm going to continue to make my case to prove that I'm right, and until you admit that you're wrong. And now I'm like, dude, are we ever going to stop talking about this?
Yeah.
And as a viewer, I'm sensing the tension, and that's not good. I think if you give an opinion, everyone else, hey, listen, respect everyone's opinion. I see it this way. Brian Boucher is a former goalie in the National Hockey League. I would trust his opinion in that situation for him having been a goaltender, and he wasn't siding with the goalie in that situation. He was actually, or I guess he was, because it was goalie interference, right? He's saying it was goalie interference. The guy bumped him into the goalie.
I disagree with him, though. I did on that.
What do you mean?
I thought that he got bumped in.
Oh, well, so
what do you do?
So I'm getting confused in my own and on. So yeah, Doughty bumped him in, so it should have been a goal.
A goal,
right? Because
that's what's everything's
his own
so
player
fucked
bumped him
up.
in, and that's you're right. So let me rephrase that real quick. So Doughty bumps in the opposing player into his own goalie.
Yes,
it should have been allowed a goal.
I know.
But when you have these guys going back and forth, it just makes
it's not sports talk radio.
No, but do you understand what I'm saying? Could you feel the tension?
Andy, that's what I'm saying.
And Edzo's not normally like that. I think
we want to hear this on if we're listening to whatever.
Yeah.
But when we're watching it, figure it out and let's get going. There's a lot more.
Stop going back to it. Move on.
There's more stuff going on. Let's go. There's more things. Boom,
Where's
boom, boom.
the producer in the ear being like,
Shut the fuck up.
Just
go.
And then once the coach, Jared Bednar, basically agreed with Boucher, Boucher was like, all right, well, I'm going to go back at Edzo again and say, well, I think he agreed with what I said.
See, that would be entertaining if we were on a podcast together.
Right.
But not during a broadcast when the main issue is not you talking, it's what's going on the ice. Get back to that. What's up?
I'm like, this is getting a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was. You know who's
and I love all those guys.
You know
and they all do an unbelievable job.
When we've had them on and we love them, but it is we got to we're all watching the same thing. I gave a shout out. Redhead.
Owen Tippett.
Jeez. Get on with yourself, boy.
Oh my God.
How fast is he? And Chris Letang, you ain't looking good. You ain't looking good, and you're looking slow. Did you see that breakaway? He took 3 steps,
Dude.
and he's 20 feet away from
When he had the
everybody.
penalty shot after that, you mean?
Yeah, well, he's gets a breakaway. Like,
Do you know that he led the
He's
league in 20 mile
unbelievable.
per hour bursts?
yes,
More than McDavid.
I know. No, you look at the stats, boom, and you know who's last, but it's all good. But you,
Although I saw another stat the other day that Nathan McKinnon had the most 20 mile per hour plus burst. Like over 400 this year.
him,
Like 455 or
Owen
something.
Tippett took 3 steps, and he's 20 feet
I
away.
seen-
I go, what the fuck
And,
is that?
and we'll talk to Riley Cote about this too. But I and you have also. But I've seen Owen Tippett score some unbelievable goals.
Do you see the one? Do you see that assist he made?
Oh my
Spun
God.
off a guy's, fell down,
Dude.
got up, fell down. He's like, I'm gonna rip it. You know how he leaned into his stick
And
like
then
this. Boom.
fake shot,
You
and slid it over
son of a
to
bitch.
Hathaway for the goal.
Those guys ain't playing. They ain't playing, Andy.
You want to know what the
Woo, doggy.
definition is of like determination on the puck and second and third effort? Like that's one example.
Clip that off and show tie. Clip that
That's
off.
one
Spin
example.
off you, boom, bump, fall
It's like,
down.
how bad do
outta
you want
here.
it? How
God.
bad do you want to score?
I know. Or make a play, or find a way. How bad do you want it?
I picked Philly in this series. You picked Pittsburgh.
I did. Did I pick? Yeah, I
You
did.
I
Yeah.
picked Philly. And listen, picking Pittsburgh, there's nothing wrong with that. But I just felt like you've seen this before, Cam. When you have a team, you can look at the entire season and just look at the point totals if you want. But if you see like the hottest team in the league and a team that was 9 points out in the middle of March or whatever they were, and they make the playoffs and they're playing unbelievable hockey, and this Dan Vladar is like playing as well as any goaltender in the league right now. I'm taking Philly. I'm taking the hot team.
I don't count out 2 Hall of Famers. That's it.
They've got 3.
I don't count him right now as a Hall of Famer. After that
Oh my
performance.
God, that's so
I'm just joking. No,
disrespectful.
I love you. No, you're right. That was just,
He's had a great career, and he's a
I-
3-time Stanley Cup champion.
And I tell you this, Crosby's getting rocked. He's getting
Dude,
He is getting rocked. He's getting hit. He's doing.
that
I just.
that Konechny too, man. He's
We've always talked about him.
oh yeah.
God, he gets in there and he's a little fucking. Like,
They-
he'll whack you.
For whatever reason,
Son of a bitch.
Torts couldn't bring this completely out of Philly. The way they're playing, the way Tocchet is doing it. Tocchet's kind of bringing that. And that's why I look at Tocchet, the way he's coaching, the way the team's playing. This is like an example of why Steve Ott's going to be a head coach in the
I
NHL.
know. Little shout out Otter, by the way. made the playoffs.
Because
How they doing?
people who aren't watching, dude, they're like the most entertaining team in professional hockey right now. They fight they fight nonstop
saw
and they crush everybody. Cam, he's got this team playing like
Funny how that
animals.
Funny how that works.
And so, you know,
my boy right there, baby.
he may
love
get
it.
another head coaching job before he becomes a head coach in
He's
St.
probably
Louis
having a
one day,
blast.
but
How cool is that?
but
though?
he's going to sign an extension, stay in Springfield. And I hope Jim Montgomery's the coach here for the next 20 years or whatever,
Yeah.
but we all know, you know, in the current climate of hockey
Yeah,
in
it's
the
a revolving
NHL,
door.
it's a revolving door.
Okay,
And
let me
I
ask
hope
you
Otter
something.
gets a chance one day.
And he will.
Doesn't even have to be here, but it would be
No,
great to see him here.
Who did you pick? So you picked Philly.
Mhm.
Who'd you pick? Ottawa, Carolina.
Carolina.
Me too. Minnie Daly.
I
You
took
picked
Dallas,
I
man.
knew you did. I took Minnie.
I took Dallas in 7.
I took
And
Minnie in 7.
it was a coin flip, dude.
I know.
But I just feel like
because when I saw Marcus Foligno up top,
I
and
know
hit
you
the
did.
look in his fucking eye,
and you almost changed.
Oh,
I know.
God.
And I talked to Brock Faber after
God.
the game. I saw him after
he
the
got
game.
me going.
And you know Billy G, the way you know,
I
and
know.
Quinn Hughes taking the
Let's
PJ,
go.
showing up for game 1, like. But Dallas,
I don't know.
Just it's a different animal, man. They're just kind of built differently, and I
Rat
feel
men.
like they don't lose in the first round. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Minnesota
that.
hasn't gotten out of the first round in like 10 years
Things
or something like
change.
that. It does, and it very well could change this year. But Mikko Rantanen is just he's the best.
hard
He's
to
the,
deal with.
He's the best player on the ice.
No, he's hard to deal with.
Yes.
He is hard
You
to
may say
deal
Quinn
with.
Hughes or whatever. If I had to take one player, and I would
Kirill's pretty
maybe
good.
I would. He is. I would take Rantanen probably over
Grant is-
Kirill.
in the playoffs. He's just so big, dude. He just finds
Did you see that one play where he just kind of like juggled the puck into the zone?
boom, boom. But actually, who
Great
was it?
defensive play. Was
was
it
it
Brodin
Spurt?
or whoever it was?
Yeah, they kind of signaled him off.
Bodied him out.
Boom, boom,
stayed
boom.
with
Get
it.
him, stay with him. Stay with him. Don't look at the puck.
No, he played it perfectly.
Right in your chest.
But Rantanen, just like, remember he had a hat trick last year against Colorado, and like he just shows up. He hasn't had his monster game.
I like
yet,
him
and he
a
will.
lot. Okay, Tampa, Montreal.
I took Tampa.
Me too.
But that was just a.
It's not like does this like.
I didn't.
Sorry,
I didn't pick it with my heart.
there it is. Which you shouldn't.
No.
Which you shouldn't.
And I still feel like at the end of the day, I don't know if Montreal's going to have enough over the course of the entire series.
I don't know if you're going to have enough.
That could fizzle.
Tampa has it in their blood.
And Tampa's playing undisciplined, and John Cooper's talking about their stupid-ass penalties they took. Stop taking dumb penalties.
Stop taking stupid penalties. Buzzkill penalties. Stop doing that.
You want to
kills everybody's buzz.
You want to put Montreal on the power play the whole time.
No shit.
Lose.
No fucking one of 25-year-olds.
And Pittsburgh, stay out of the box.
No shit.
I mean, I'm sorry, Philly, stay out of the box. And stop putting Pittsburgh on the power play. Pittsburgh will eventually burn you. They're going back home.
That's what I'm telling you.
They had 5 power plays. And
5.
I still think Pittsburgh had 4, or Philly had 4 power plays. Pittsburgh had 5. So it was a lot of penalties in that game.
That's where things can get goofy with Philly.
But the PK can win you a series.
Philly, that's why I feel like Pittsburgh they're going to do something here.
Oh, my God. Okay.
I'm just telling you.
Crosby's getting beaten
He's
up.
getting beaten up bad, and he's not liking
Who's going to step up and defend 87? Who's on the bench?
I don't know.
For Pittsburgh, and it's like, hey, we've got...
Who was when they won?
The legendary player, Sidney Crosby, getting abused. Who's going to respond?
But who was when they won? Billy G?
Yeah, he's one of them.
Okay, who else? Like, they never had monster. Like, they never had, like...
I know, but he was
Who'd they have?
10 years younger and unstoppable.
I'm just saying.
I know.
But he was getting even...
And Malcolm was unstoppable.
He was getting tortured worse back then.
Well, here, I'll tell you. Let's look.
Let's look it up real quick.
Because, like, that's a great question.
Like, who was there with... I've always looked at Pittsburgh.
They had Asham, or no, was he in Philly?
Yeah, Ashley was there for a bit, but he didn't win with him,
Cam, I found the perfect gene.
Did you?
Yeah, these right here. See?
Oh.
These are the perfect jeans.
God dang.
Yeah, I know.
You look like a goddamn cowboy.
They feel like custom jeans.
Are they loose right there? Ooh,
I'm walking down. I'm not going to, women are just like.
I know. Well, they usually are with
they're
you,
like,
Andy.
wow, your ass looks good today.
They did in high school with Andy. He was 5'4", 92 pounds. But those jeans fit you damn good. I noticed that when you walked in today.
Did you?
Yeah. They look good. And they look comfortable, too.
Mm-hmm. They're so comfortable.
Because I got away from wearing jeans, and I want to get back into it.
Yeah. Can I give a little bit of a confession?
Sure.
When it comes to my jeans?
Yeah.
I don't really wash my jeans.
That's a weird thing to say.
What do you mean? Do you wash them?
I mean, I sweat more than you,
Well, that's true.
I do. Like, I barely touched Andy's hand. He freaked out there. Like, he's a germaphobe.
sweating.
I'm manly, I guess. I don't know.
Do you, a lot of people don't wash their jeans, especially dry them.
Yeah, no, it shrinks them and
It
stuff like that.
shrinks
It
them.
does. It wears them out.
There's nothing better than like a broken-in pair of jeans.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm saying that.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
It's not part of the
everybody's different. A lot of
script.
women don't wash their jeans, but, if you sweat like me, you probably want to more than, maybe the average guy with jeans.
A lot of athletes aren't the average guy. So they
That's
can't
why-
even fit into
that's why-
jeans. A lot of athletes have trouble finding jeans off the rack that fit.
Yep. Their lower torso is goofy in ways.
Hockey
big
players,
butt, big this, that, and the other. So, and they like a certain style too. You know what I mean? They want them to fit nice.
Like Sidney Crosby, I was reading, he has to get custom jeans.
Sure. Oh God, I know a lot of guys.
But probably because he hasn't gone to the perfect jean. You can go to the perfect jean. You don't even need custom jeans
there
anymore.
you go.
You can find the size you
Damn
need.
right, baby. Those look damn good on you.
I had never seen Cam wear jeans until he wore the perfect jeans.
I know. I told you it's been years and years and
he
years.
wears sweatpants like every single
day. And I showed up the other day and Andy saw me. I'm like, you like these? I look damn good.
Mm-hmm.
I look like a cowboy.
They have all different types
I look
of
like
colors.
Yellowstone.
No surprise Cam went with the black jeans.
Black, yeah. I got both actually.
I need you to get a pair of like blue jeans too, though.
I got black and blue.
You got to mix it in. And
I got different ones.
This is from the perfect jean
Yeah,
too.
it looks damn
and
good.
It fits like
Yep.
unbelievably.
Yep. What size?
It's like a glove. Like
what size is it?
I think this is a medium.
Small. All right. Dan, looks good on you.
Yeah,
man.
thank you.
A little big, but yeah.
Is it? Yeah, you almost gave a compliment.
Go!
Has anyone ever complimented you how you look in your jeans?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, it made me feel pretty dang good at the gas station.
It
the
makes
other
me
day.
feel really good.
Like, you that cowboy? I go, no, I'm not a hockey player. Like, oh, okay.
Go to the perfect jeans. They say like, forget the khakis, dude. Get the perfect jean.
God,
You
I'd
can
rather
wear
work
jeans now.
with a sport coat and
A
stuff.
little hidden secret. When
Yeah.
we were in Chicago last week for the last game, I actually had jeans on. No one even knew.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Yeah, no one knew.
That's unbelievable.
Can you believe I did
That's
that?
unbelievable.
I had a sport coat on
Holy cow.
and a shirt and a
He's
tie.
a rebel.
And nobody even knew.
Nobody even knew. Son of a gun.
Wow. Our listeners get 15% off their first order plus free shipping at theperfectgene.nyc or Google The Perfect Gene and use the code CAM15 for 15% off.
Cam 15, CAM 15. Let's go.
Get The Perfect Gene, baby. I mean, they always had guys. I mean, they had Brooks Orpik, like I said. You know,
Did Goddard, when Eric Goddard, my boy, who I want to come on here, I don't think he was.
Chris
but, like,
Letang led the team in the regular season in penalty
Yeah.
minutes one year.
No, they didn't have like a Marcus Foligno. They didn't have a.
No, but they had the
Right.
Kunitzes, the Hornquist, all these guys that played hard.
Hornquist. Yep,
You
you're
know,
damn right.
Lovejoy. You know, I look at
Such a weird last name, Lovejoy. I love you, buddy.
I
Playing
know.
against you. Weird last name.
but like Hornquist, dude. Like
Yeah, he was a pest. I mean, he's getting into trouble too. So who's sticking up for
Ian
him?
Cole played hard.
Yeah,
I watched
yeah,
Ian
hell
Cole
yeah, he
the
did.
other day for Utah. He's just got like man strength. Guys run into him full speed. He doesn't even move.
No, he's a strong kid.
And he's always been like that. Did you play with him? Yeah. When he first got here, dude, he was built like a man.
Play with him. Yeah.
I remember you said you wanted to kill him one time in a prospect camp.
Did I?
Dallas Drake told me that too after the game. He said to me one time, if I'm on another team next year and I'm playing against that kid,
He might have pissed me off or something. I don't remember
I
that.
think
like
he really
Ian.
matured and grew up
Yeah.
and he's a winner, dude.
Yeah.
We love
He
Ian
came on the
Cole.
scene a little hot.
He came on hot. First round
Who-
pick, USA guy, Notre Dame guy.
So who do you got with Vegas and Utah?
I took Vegas, but again, wouldn't
took
surprise me if
Utah.
Utah would win. I just feel
I
like
don't know.
I
That's
just
a
feel like
toss-up.
you know what
Goalie situation.
the difference for me was Torts. They hadn't lost with him really, and I just felt like
He wears off though.
yeah, but
I don't know.
he won't wear off in my opinion until next season.
Well, that's why you picked them. I thought Utah had some things going.
They do.
That first game wasn't great. That's the kind of
And they've got-
this is the only series because it's always at fucking. I think there was a late series, or well, actually,
And
McDavid
they've
was
got
a late
better
series, but
goaltending, right?
I'm curious to see the
Who
next.
won the first game? Vegas
Vegas.
won. What was the final score in that game? Do you
God,
remember?
I gotta look.
I'll look it up. So like
I just they didn't.
you're acting like I'm crazy for taking Vegas.
No, I might act like
I think
that at
most
all.
people would take Vegas.
I would say I just took Utah out of spite.
It's fine.
So anyway, like we have a little thing with Caruso, and he told me this. I got back to him like, yeah, I'm just gonna. Utah's got some things going. Although I don't.
You
think,
switched it?
Yeah.
You took Vegas and then switched it?
Yeah.
I mean, you just gotta live with it.
No. In my mind, I did. I
Oh.
didn't fucking tell him that and switch
I
it like
thought you
a
called him and
scumbag.
like switched
Jesus,
it.
ain't that fuck. And then let's see here. Oilers, Ducks took Oilers. Colorado, of course.
Carter Hart, by the way, though, he looked a little nervous in that game.
Yeah.
For Vegas.
He looks pretty good under Torts. He's taking a beating. Oh my god.
Who? Carter Hart? For everything that went down before?
Do you not see?
No, I don't.
See, I think
How do you see that?
you only tweet. Why do all these things pop up on my feed?
I don't know how to
I
do it.
see the most negative shit
How do you see? 'cause
towards everything that pops up about Carter
I think
Hart.
you're reading
He-
Twitter all day long. What's your screen time? Let me see your screen
It's
time.
8 hours. It's 8 hours. Well, it was
A day?
7:52. No. Well, yeah, I think
For-
so.
Yeah, it's not for a week.
Well,
And-
does that count like on my
and
YouTube?
Cam, for the record, you're awake 8 hours less than the normal human being.
No, I get up way earlier than you dummy.
No,
I get up
you're
at
in bed
fucking
by
4:30.
7 or 8.
I'm in bed. I'm not sleeping by then. I'll sleep by 9, 8:30.
Really?
9, yeah. And I get
I
up
couldn't
at 4,
believe you. I
4:30.
texted you. I'm like,
Last
shit.
night?
I needed
Yeah.
to text
I
him.
was in a golf
We
tournament
had a.
too.
I'm gonna say we did have a
Yeah.
big time guest schedule who
No, you say it, yeah.
canceled last minute
Well,
just
he's
because.
done it a couple times.
But I mean, he had to travel or something.
It's all good.
And so it just really kind of. So we were scrambling a little bit, like, and it's all good. But
And Riley stepped up, baby.
he did.
And Riley thinks. I remember.
But we would have
hold on.
Riley Cote on anytime anyway,
I
whether we
was-
asked him 2 weeks
I was
out or
on. I was
5
on with
hours
them,
out.
and I go, yeah, right, Coach. I want
You
to get.
thought you had him on before.
I was at the end of the podcast with him, and I go, hey, Coach, I want to get you on, dude. He's like, well, for the second time. And I'm like, oh, and it rattled me. And then I thought about it. I go, We haven't got him on. He was on my stupid fucking radio show, and he thought it was a podcast back in the day.
Okay.
It's like, no, we're getting you on now. We're going to talk Philly. He's very interesting.
Well, you know what?
He coached too.
And I'm kind of glad he did. And I wanted to do this
We fought
anyway.
a
I
ton.
want to get somebody who's connected to a team that's interesting right now in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
and Philly
series,
is
too.
one of the most interesting
And
teams.
he's locked in with what's going on there. So it'll be a good conversation coming up with Riley Cote. But all right, give me another one.
Oh, well, listen.
Give me another series.
Can I just say, I love you Sabres fans so much. You guys are goddamn hilarious. I love it. You deserve this. Even the guys on the rollerblades cruising around, falling on their ass, fucking hitting them. I love you.
I know.
You're cool. Like, of all the weird psycho fans in sports, I would be comfortable even going with Kate to a Sabres rally because they're all just excited and happy and fun and being hilarious. It's not fucking, it's just cool as shit. You guys deserve it. Let's go, baby. Tage Thompson, too, doing his thing.
You know that's my hometown. And so
They talk about
my
Andy up in
first
Buffalo a
jersey
lot.
I ever had was a Buffalo Sabres. Rick Vive Buffalo Sabres jersey. I got
We
that
had
when I
him
was
on, baby.
I know. He was great. But they have a when I was a kid, everyone got the Great Skate hockey magazine in their mailbox once a month or whatever it was.
I got the Beckett.
Yeah. So is that like an equipment company?
No, that
That
was
was like hockey cards.
Yeah.
Okay,
We could see
so
where your
Great
hockey cards-
Skate was like we would order stuff from Great Skate, right? Shoulder pads, whatever. Unbelievable equipment company. And they still have the store in Buffalo, Cam. So whenever I go back to Buffalo, I always go to Great Skate. It's like heaven. It's like
Do they have your jersey up there?
I think so. Parkway North Jersey. Hey, but Cam, it's like Disney World for a kid.
I know.
A hockey
I
player.
love it so much. I'll go in there. I am a child.
You know, like the top row is just like 500 different sets of goalie pads. You know what I'm saying?
I just wanna
And
look
then
at
every
everything.
stick, every jersey, everything.
I want to look at
Then
it.
they have a shooting area where you can go and shoot pucks and whatever. So it's like a legendary. Hockey is so big in Buffalo, and their rink they have for the Junior Sabres is absolutely incredible. They have such a great fan base.
Can I say
I
something?
just
though?
can't let the organization off the hook because they're in the playoffs right
There
now.
you go, Andy.
I've always
Thank
felt
you.
bad for the fans.
Thank you.
This has been the most
God.
inept professional sports team we've ever seen.
I know. You're
Columbus is coming close.
right. We brought that up last week.
Columbus is coming
it's
close.
Coming close.
But
These fans, look at them. And listen, even after whenever the playoffs
But it's
are,
not
and
the
they're
fans' fault.
it's not the fans' fault. They still pay attention. If you look at the ratings of the markets watching hockey,
Yeah.
they are number
So
one.
I feel good for Rob Ray and all these guys because
I know.
they've had to bite their tongue with this stupid ass organization for year after
right.
year after year and protect this stupid organization who could never figure out, never get it right, trading away everybody, who goes on to be superstars, whatever. And you know, Kevin Adams, he didn't look like he knew what he was really doing, to be honest with you, but maybe he did because now he leaves and look what he left behind for Yarmo.
Get him on.
Yarmo seems like he's been able to put together a good environment there, a winning environment that the team has grabbed a hold of. And it's great to see. I agree with you 100%, man. I feel so good for those fans.
Love them.
But I
They're
can't
hilarious.
I can't celebrate the organization just yet
I-
because they've been an embarrassment. I'm sorry. Love the fans. Love your fans.
Love you guys.
Love the players.
Yep. You're 100% right. You are 100% right. I would say this to it is funny, man. These guys, well, people are like the Sabre. I think Witt said this, and we love Witt and all those guys. He's like, Sabres are more popular than fucking Bills. I go,
No, they're not.
what?
No, they're not.
I go, what? Josh Allen could get a beer before Tage
Dude,
Thompson.
the
could-
offensive linemen are riding around on a Zamboni
wait.
with their shirts off and like creating headline news. That's what gets on Sports Center,
Listen,
not Tage.
no.
It's the offensive lineman riding
Well,
around on
Tage
the.
is getting a lot of attention.
I know he is.
He's
I'm
getting a
just
lot,
saying.
and he's like almost there. But the Buffalo Bills are gigantic.
Mhm.
The
Bills
Sabres are
Mafia, baby.
The Sabres are here. Look at the. There's so much bigger of an audience for NFL. We got to stop playing that game. The NHL's not there yet. We would love the NHL to get there. I don't know what their viewership is with ESPN right now.
Yeah.
We need to keep going this way.
Well,
but
that's-
when you're saying but they're close. Like that's probably the closest city. Somebody on Barstool will talk about that too. Is there an NHL team that's more popular in any U.S. state when you have an NFL team there? And the answer is no, not even close. And is there an NHL team with an NBA team where the NHL team is more popular in any U.S. state? Is there? We have work to do. So when you're throwing shit out like this, I love all y'all, love you guys, but it's not even close.
No, dude, you're 100% right. I mean, the reality is hockey.
Come on. We're not there
and
yet.
This is why I get frustrated with some of the national broadcasts that we're seeing right now, because it needs to be better, because we got to present it at a higher level. You got to have higher expectations. It's got to be done at a higher level, because the reality is hockey is the third or fourth or fifth most popular sport in the country. And
Buffalo's the closest.
Don't ever try to compare. Listen, for us, we love hockey. Our audience loves hockey.
Yes.
The hockey audience is as passionate as any fan base in all the sports. So I'm on board with that argument. But to say that the NHL is, and I know he didn't say the NHL, but to say the Buffalo Sabres are as popular.
Did you hear that too, or I didn't hear it. Oh, you didn't hear it?
No, but I wasn't. I don't scroll Twitter all day long for 8 hours.
No, you tweet the whole time. Or you're on the phone. We're all on the phone the whole time.
For 8 hours, our Buffalo Bills Mafia.
I think Whit was just trying to pump the guys up.
Sure, of course. You envision,
but it's not true.
The fans jumping on the tables and all that. There's nothing like seeing Buffalo Bills fans in a snowy Sunday afternoon watching the game, having a snowball fight in the stands. Nothing like it.
Listen, it's all the same fans. It's just there's more football fans.
Fine, Buffalo Sabres.
The psycho fans love both sports, but like football is so much bigger, and like we gotta beat out fucking baseball.
Go win a cup.
Shit, we might have to beat out a WNBA. You know, at some like the NHL has work to do, and I hear this every fucking day, and even in St. Louis, like it's not just all Blues fans, man. People love fucking boom, boom, boom. They love basketball. All
win
this
a cup.
You got to win a cup. You want to win a cup? You're still not there, but you're going to get closer. You got to win a cup. You do. We are not even, NHL is not even close to the NFL at all.
No.
With anything.
And
stop it.
And I don't think the NBA
Josh Allen is 30 billion times more popular than fucking Tage Thompson.
And so is LeBron.
LeBron James is more popular than anybody in all those.
Than Anze Kopitar. In LA, okay?
Oh my God, Kopitar.
I'm just saying, in LA. I'm comparing two LA athletes.
Shit. You know?
And you know what?
It is what it is. We're not there yet.
And Jason Tatum is more popular than David Pasternak.
Yeah.
You know what
Jason Tatum is more popular than Matthew Tkachuk in Florida. Jason Tatum's more popular
Connor McDavid.
Than in Matthew Tkachuk in St. Louis and in Calgary, probably. He's gigantic. And these NBA guys are huge, man.
And I will say Crosby and McDavid and these guys are very
big.
popular.
We're working on it. The NHL's in a healthy spot. I'm not just saying that.
Right.
But these other sports, dude, are way bigger.
But
and
I've
we have
always
work to
said
do.
about hockey fans and the NHL. You have work to do, but like just appreciate the fans you do have and have the best product possible versus thinking you're going to go get. It's hard to attract new hockey fans.
Hockey's hard to play. You get that?
People don't grow up with it.
You know how hard it is to play hockey? Like, you got to have fucking skates. You got to have ice. You got to have rollerblades. You got to have a puck. You have a stick. You can go shoot fucking ball anywhere. You want to throw the football around and run and sprint. That's what football is. Jump, run, and sprint. Hockey is so difficult to play, it's hard to get kids into it. You got to be obsessed with it because you saw Holy, because you saw Kopitar, because you saw these guys. That's how you get into it. It's so much easier to play soccer. You can go kick the ball around. We can go play hockey. Even in your garage, it's not real hockey. You got to skate. So it's really hard. And then, hey, I'm good in my garage. Oh, put skates on and come out there with me.
It's expensive.
And it's expensive. Yeah, goddamn
and
right.
And the reality is, I'm going to say this too.
What are we talking about?
A lot of our best athletes in the U.S. come from the inner city.
No, are you saying? Oh wow, what a hot take that is! What a hot take that
what
is!
What do you mean?
Jesus.
So they don't play hockey.
Signal.
A lot of
no
inner,
shit.
lot of
they
inner
don't.
City kids don't play hockey.
A lot of them. None of them.
Yeah, but they try to have programs.
Why would they
to have programs in the inner city?
Why would inner city kids fucking play hockey when you can play basketball and make more money in NIL to be a fucking? Are you kidding? You could go pick up a basketball and go play anywhere in North County.
Or football.
Or football.
They make a shit ton of NIL money in football.
No shit. Why would you why would you? And I loved it because I got into it. I played all that shit. So did Andy. But I got obsessed with it because I saw the blues. That's it.
We were talking about...
That's all it is. I got obsessed with the blues.
I was doing a local radio show here last week. We were talking about that. 2 non-hockey guys and NIL money. Yeah. Because quarterbacks are like averaging right now like...
Well, they're
getting like $6 million a year.
The best job you could possibly have
is a college quarterback.
Is to be a college quarterback in these towns where 50,000 hot women want everything about you. And you walk around like a goddamn god.
Like Marner did in Toronto.
Not even close. You don't think Jackson Dart? You think these fucking...
Hold on. Let me ask you this.
Are you... Their girls are like... They look... Seriously, you're a god. And you have money now.
During college football season, you could argue that the most popular college football player in America is more popular than the most popular hockey player.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the quarterback of Alabama or something.
Are you kidding? These guys fucking on national stage.
So I'm doing this radio show, and they were saying like, because this quarterback, whatever, these guys, these basketball players are staying for like $6 million a year.
I know.
They're like on the market. Like that guy Mullins who won the national championship at UConn. Like if he were to transfer, I think the starting price was at like $6 million. So they were like, where is NIL money with college hockey? I'm like, well, I think the highest paid player was reportedly making $750,000, and that's one guy.
McKenna.
One guy making that much money. If he was even making that much, we don't even know.
Yeah,
he may have been making more. No, but my point is,
more. I was going to say,
he may have been. It may not have been.
But
he may have been making less.
When do we have Jay Pandolfo on?
And he's
like nothing.
They get nothing.
I go, what about a car dealership? Andy and I drove free cars for. These players don't have a car. They can't even get a car there. You got nothing going on.
Nothing. So maybe
what do they got in St. Louis? These guys.
Maybe at the Big Ten schools, the Michigans, the Michigan States, the Ohio States, the Penn States, Notre Dame plays in that conference. Maybe they have some boosters and some people that can raise some money to pay some of these guys. But all right, I got to give a shout out. My favorite player in the playoffs right now.
Can I guess?
Well, are we done with the pick my picks?
I think so.
Do you have any more to ask me?
Who's winning? Boston, Buffalo.
I took Buffalo.
I took Boston. Yeah, I might get got on this.
I took Buffalo. Again, it's momentum, man. First round.
Don't overthink it. Like you were probably like driving. Like there you go, Crusoe. I know exactly what you did.
I know.
The same thing. I
put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah, you did.
Who's next?
That's it.
Okay, so my favorite player in the playoffs.
Can I guess?
Mm-hmm. The kid is so good.
Morgan? No.
Porter Martone.
That's what. Why did I say Morgan?
Do you see his goal in game 1?
Porter Martone.
His snipe.
I should have. That's what I was thinking of. Porter. Yeah.
Porter Martone.
We're talking to
finished
Cote.
the year at Michigan State. He just looks like a young Who does he remind you of?
Somebody said Claude Giroux. Somebody's like Eric Lindros. Somebody's like that.
He's bigger than Giroux.
Yeah, but he's not as big as Lindros. Like he's like I'm seeing this everywhere, and I'm like,
is he like a Vinny Lecavalier? But
I kind of like that. The Vinny kind of spin off you.
He's kind of long. He's like Ryan Smith kind of. Maybe it's the 94.
Opens up like he could have that 3-foot range where he could hold the puck. I don't know. Vinny Lecavalier, I like that. Ryan Smith, Vinny Lecavalier had the same kind of style.
Yeah, same kind of style. He's got style. This guy comes in, dude. He's
good, dude.
Like for him to do what he's doing, he's scored goals in like 4 of his last 5 games, including the first 2 games of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I know.
And his goals are sick. Even this goal in game 2, I know it was an
Backhand.
empty cage, but for the puck to come off and your body kind of to stick in tight,
jammed up,
and to be able to be handcuffed like that and get enough on the puck to get it in the net, that's a skilled goal. His first goal in game 1, how he just can't, he comes down the ice, button hooks, pulls up, and just full on snipe.
He got a little space.
Ripped it.
Yeah.
I love that kid, man.
I know. I like Philly.
I'm on the Philly train.
Yeah, I kind of am too. Well, we'll see. Listen, this is going out on a Tuesday.
Okay.
Tuesday. There's games tonight, Everything we said for the past hour and 15 minutes could be straight up fucking changing.
I can't believe you haven't.
Every single thing. The guys we pumped up, the guys we chirped, this could all change. Just so all y'all know, we love you guys. We're just bringing the heat, man. That's what we do.
I want to give Mikey Weber and Claude Julian a shout out.
There you go. Now we're back on track. I know.
Enjoyed being around both those
love
guys.
you guys so much, man.
And wish them the best in their future endeavors. I don't know what Claude Julian's going to be looking to do, man. This guy's made a shit ton of money.
Yes, he
had
has.
a lot of success.
Yep.
He probably doesn't need to coach anymore,
He's a winner.
but certainly can add a lot from a hockey standpoint. He's very smart, great family man, and I wish him the best.
I do too.
Mikey Weber, same thing, great family man. We'll see where he ends up. But when a team struggles the way that it did defensively, special teams, not meeting expectations, a lot of players at the same time having down years and not meeting their own personal expectations or the expectations the team had for these individual players, changes are going to be made. And I don't think anybody is or should have been surprised with the news that they're making changes to the coaching staff.
Yeah, no, and I think those guys thought it was probably coming too, but they're going to land on their feet.
I don't
Both
think
of
Jim
them are.
Montgomery's really ever
Had it.
built his own coaching staff. I tweeted that in case you didn't see.
I saw that tweet.
But I don't think he has. He's always kind of been, he got
saw
to
that
Dallas, inherited a staff, got to Boston, inherited a staff, got to St. Louis, inherited a staff.
Is that common when you bounce around like that?
Probably, I think, oh yeah, because especially if you get hired mid-season, for example, like he did here in St. Louis, you're going to inherit a staff. You're not, but I think if you're an established head coach who's been doing this for a long time, I think you have the ability to bring people with you. But like Ken Hitchcock would do that. Brought Rick Wilson with him, who was with him for a long time. But they got to be available.
Exactly.
If they're under contract with another team, it's hard to do.
And they're under contract, no one else is fired, and you're hired.
And so there's a lot.
Monty,
I'm sure he knows a ton of coaches, but he spent a long time coaching, college hockey, and I don't know who his guys are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you have a guy and he's coaching, it's hard to get him if they're under contract.
Do you think Monty was like? Do you think he's like, okay, I have to start finding something now, or do you think he's been looking for a while?
Probably a little bit of both, dude. I don't think this is whenever
Whenever
you make this announcement the day after the season ends, it tells you that this decision was probably made several weeks ago.
That's what, yeah.
And then just being honest, right?
And
I
gotta
think,
get ahead of the game.
And I think a good organization would make that decision several weeks ago.
Yeah.
We're moving on, and they start the evaluation process. Who could be available?
Yep.
Who's on an expiring contract? Who may not be available? So
Turn that off.
Sorry. So you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I give
do.
a shout out to Mikey Weber, Claude Julian, all the best.
Great
man.
guys. Claude was my coach in Jersey. Mike Weber played with him in Windsor. God dang, awesome.
We've
guys.
had a couple guys on that I wouldn't mind to see come here though, like guys who have head coaching experience, who I think could
Like who?
Like a Donnie Granado.
Ah, okay.
I think he's a great teacher of the game. Like, so committed to his craft, very smart, very detailed. I wonder if Dean Evison would be a guy. Like I look at guys like
He'd be a great assistant coach.
I look at guys like Dean Evison's a guy, like some guys who get fired, like Bruce Cassidy. Like he's probably not coming here to be an assistant coach, right? He'll get another head coaching job. Craig Berube, if he gets fired in Toronto, who knows how that's going to play out?
I would say he would get another.
I would say he'll get another head coaching job relatively soon, right?
I would say he would before. Bruce Cassidy. Yeah.
So those type of guys, I would not say are coming here to be assistant
No.
coaches. But I don't think it's a slam dunk that Dean Evison gets another head coaching job right away. And I don't think Donnie Granado's getting a head coaching job immediately. So if they want to coach, this may be the best path for them to take. Come to a team that has a chance to be good, where you can make an impact, and
I agree with that.
Live
man.
in a good
Yeah.
spot with a good organization. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what I mean, Gene? You're damn right I do. God dang. A lot of good stuff, man. We talked hockey the whole
The
time.
Dylan Holloway contract's going to be interesting.
Yeah. See,
I
there's
do
some-
like what Doug Armstrong said about, hey, if you start the season at a high level and you finish the season at the same level, then that's when you really get rewarded. And he pointed out a guy like Philip Rober.
Petro's gotten big time deals here. Tarasenko's gotten big time deals here. Thomas and Kyrou got big time deals here, but they were kind of up and coming, promising.
Played 82 games.
Yeah. So I look at Holloway. He's just got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
That was the knock on him prior to coming to the NHL. He dealt with some injuries, and he hasn't really been able to stay healthy. Now, these are fluke injuries. He's not getting like random muscle tears.
Growing pull.
No, the guys are falling on his ankle in practice, and he has a high ankle sprain.
Yep.
So that's not really something he can control. This guy's a hell of a player, and I think he could truly be a star.
And those high ankle sprains suck, man.
I think he could be a star.
I do too. He is kind of a
The
star.
Thomas thing, to me, I mean, along with Parayko, those are the two most interesting players to watch how it plays out this offseason. I can't tell where the commitment is. I feel like the organization is fully committed to both of these guys, but I don't know if they came as far as to say that. More so with Thomas than Parayko.
I would say so.
But I think a question is, and I don't think many people are talking about this, and this is just me reading body language and comments and whatever, is what does Thomas want to do? Not to say that, hey, he could go to the team and say, I want to be traded, and maybe he's looking to go elsewhere. But as Doug Armstrong put it, like the asking price is so damn high, you got limited teams who could truly pull it off to satisfy the Blues in a trade. So from that standpoint, I think it's unlikely he gets traded unless he just really pushes his way out of here and doesn't want to be here. And
whatever Doug Armstrong thinks isn't what Alexander Steen thinks too. So I don't know. Like that question was brought up too. Like, okay, well you're the number one fan of Robert Thomas, but is Steener?
Let me call it T.O. Doug Armstrong has told me in an interview that I did recently that he will be singular voice up until July 1st. That means through the draft, right?
Yeah.
Singular voice, right? Through the draft. Now,
until July 4th. I was just about to bring that up.
Okay, so
because he brought that up too.
Cam, what do you think of when I say policy genius?
Taking care of your family.
Oh.
Taking care of your family. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Knowing you got a safety net if bad things happen, which could happen. You know what I mean? So what do you think of it?
I think of making sure I'm getting the best policy possible.
Sure.
And that I'm getting the best rate, I'm getting the best insurance, I'm getting the best protection, and that my family has peace of mind.
Well, that's exactly what I just said too.
That's exactly
no. What I just said too. No, I want my family.
I articulated it so much better than you.
Well, then you got it in front of you.
I mean, no. So it's like peace of mind. I go to bed. Peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
That's all I know.
That's all you want, especially when you get older.
Are you ready to enjoy summer to the fullest?
Yes. Dang right.
You don't want to know why I am?
Why?
Because my family's protected.
That's right.
Golly.
You need it. You're dang right you need it.
It's unbelievable.
I know.
Policy Genius, in case you don't know, is an online insurance marketplace that allows you to compare quotes from some of America's top insurers side by side for free.
That's it.
So you look at this one, this one, this one, this one. Which one's the best?
Which one do I want?
Which one do I want?
Yep.
And that's what that's how I do my shot. No matter what I'm doing, if I'm buying steaks, if I'm buying anything, that's how I typically do it. I just side by side.
Yep. Cars,
side
whatnot.
by side.
Yep. No
With
doubt.
Policy Genius, you can see if you can find a 20-year life insurance policies starting at just $276 a year for $1 million in coverage.
That's a lot of money.
Head to policygenius.com/cam to compare life insurance quotes from top companies and see how much you could save. That's policygenius.com/cam,
CAM, baby. Let's go.
All right, let's get to Riley Cote. Let's talk some playoffs, baby.
Let's go.
Stiefel, where success meets success, brings us the Cam and Strick podcast each and every week.
God dang right. Right there, baby.
Live from the Half Coast Studios. Again, we are looking for a social media director. You want to get on board right now, reach out to us. I know some people have reached out. Try to message my personal account too, because, I don't always get to the messages on the Cam and Strick account.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're not always passed along to me either.
Yeah.
So get to my personal account if you can. And let me know if you're interested in jumping on board as a social media guy.
You can go to mine too if you want.
And just
I'll get back.
But you don't look at it all the time too, do you?
Yeah, I mean, I do.
Okay.
I get back to people with all kinds of stuff.
All right. So basically, anyone who eats, sleeps, and breathes hockey and you want to tweet about it all day long and show highlights and whatever and have everything that's new.
Badass
Instagram,
highlights.
all that stuff, dude. History stuff. hockey.
Yeah,
related,
yeah, yeah.
you
A
know?
good fight back in the day.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah. It's not that difficult.
it's not that hard.
but
Really
it's
not
more of
that
an
hard.
internship, man. So
Well,
it's
it's
like,
more like we just got to keep building it up, man. You know. How
so
it
you
is.
want to get involved with it, do it.
Yeah.
Reach out to us. All right, so Steve brings us the Cannabis Drink podcast. Window World, baby. We are in our Window World studios, and we love it.
And it's gonna get hot, and your windows need to be freaking. Listen, I tell you what, they need to be sealed up because that hot air comes in, and your house gets so gosh dang warm, and it costs you a lot of money. You got to get it done. You got to. Window World will take care of you.
1-800-GET-WINDOWS. You know that, right? 1-800-GET-WINDOWS.
1-800-GET-WINDOWS. 1-800-GET-WINDOWS. Easy peasy. Boom.
I know it, man. They are the official window of the Kansas City Chiefs, too. And the preferred window of the St. Louis Blues. Now, you talk about all that type of stuff, energy type stuff and whatever. They got the best quality, best prices, best customer service. They've been in business forever. Nobody sold more windows than Window World.
They're the best in the game, baby.
They really are, man. WindowWorldSt.Louis.com. Check it out. Get there today. 800-GET-WINDOWS. 800-GET-WINDOWS. One of two windows with the Good Housekeeping seal of approval. I love that. And ranked number one or number of windows sold in the country by Qualified Remodeler Magazine.
Damn right.
If you're in Qualified Remodeler Magazine as number one, you're doing something right.
Pretty dang good. Pretty dang good.
Woo-wee! They've improved the look and thermal efficiency of over 77,000 customers in St. Louis. I love that.
That's a lot.
800-GET-WINDOWS. 800-GET-WINDOWS. All right, first form, baby. I got my...
What do you got?
I got Grape Smash today.
I'm drinking one right now. I don't give a damn.
No, don't open that because that is for
Whoa.
the set.
I have 50 of them at my
I
house.
was
I
gonna
have
say.
one in my... You need to calm
I mean,
down.
I thought you were going to...
I ordered this... Stop it.
No. Oh, my God.
Yoink! Oh, this gets you goddamn going. We got an interview to do. I got to get going, baby. Let's go. Scream freedom. Screaming freedom.
Those are great for the 4th of July. They also have Tropical Punch right now, which is a new flavor, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
You ever had one of those mystery ones where it comes in like a
They're all
black and
good.
silver can?
They're all good.
I know it.
You drink a lot of energy. I don't drink that many.
One a day.
I don't know if I believe you. Andy came in with a coffee and an energy drink. He's like, I'm still fasting. Like, that's not good for you either.
Wait, I just had the coffee. I didn't even open it yet.
Yeah, but double dip. Ooh. So you go for coffee right to, wow.
There's no caffeine in this, dude.
I'm just saying.
And there's no sugar.
There's no caffeine in it?
No.
Let me see that mug.
Whole coffee, 100 milligrams. Let's see.
Excuse me?
Caffeine from green tea is 200 milligrams. So there is caffeine in it.
Can we balance out the day a little bit? I screwed up earlier, Aiden. Don't
But
delete
it comes from green tea.
No, I know. No, it's all good.
It's all good.
It's the
shit.
best energy drinks you can get.
I know. I just feel good. I will tell you this about the Form Energy.
Yeah.
It doesn't like make me so if you
Yeah.
drink too much
Edgy.
coffee, you
Yeah,
get jittery.
Yeah. God,
Dude,
yeah.
I've never gotten that from an energy drink.
That's why I just sip on these bad boys.
But I've got some protein sticks I'm going to have, too, after this. You know, my daughter last night, little Ivy had a headache.
Oh.
And so I said, make a hydrate. Water with
Yeah.
I got lemonade or strawberry
yeah,
hydrate in there from
yeah.
First Farm.
Yep.
And she made it, dude.
Oh.
It goes right away.
Well, her headache went away
Yeah,
because
'cause
she
probably-
got hydrated?
Probably, maybe it was a little hydrated. I don't know. She drank that and all of a sudden felt great afterwards.
Good.
Yeah.
Poor little girl.
So, I know. So it's pretty amazing when you think about that.
My little puppy's going through some things.
Yesterday was Blaze's birthday.
See how I just said something that really affects me back home, and then Andy says something about his dog. I just said my little puppy's not doing good right now.
What's wrong?
See, now
Is she shitting in the house?
No, she has a terrible ear infection. And Her
Okay.
leg is fucked up.
Okay, I know.
She can't even fuck. She's limping
Stop
around.
going to these.
It's Kate
Stop
Walter.
going to these cheap ass
See,
vets.
I can't even
Go
I
to a
can't-
vet that can fix it.
These things are the vets. Time out. I'm just saying, it just sucks because now she's limping. Like,
How
what
old
the
is she?
fuck?
4?
5.
She's fine. She's fine. Just,
See how?
she's fine.
I'm never bringing up anything again. That's what I have to deal with. Now you guys understand. Most people be like, dude, what happened? Oh gosh, dang, you're gonna be. Listen, this is what happens. Maybe my dog went through the same thing.
No, it's fine.
Okay,
Like she's gonna be
It's fine.
okay.
It's
Like,
fine.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna be fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would tell you otherwise.
Thank you. No, she's fine. Okay, we're good. Kate, hold on. Let me text Kate real quick. Andy said Lulu is going to
Now,
be
the ear
fine.
infection, sometimes that can
Poor
be
little
allergy
girl.
related too. But I would, dude, all you'd take is some eardrops. Go to the vet and you'll have that fixed in
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Thanks, man. Let me write that down.
In fact, Blaze just went to the vet to get some medicine for
Go
his allergies.
to the vet and get it
Yeah,
fixed.
'cause
Okay.
Because he was like itching and biting himself like
Her
crazy.
leg is a problem.
Okay, well,
That's
it's probably a sprain, or it could be a little bit of a
poor little thing.
could be a sprain, could be a.
She can't get on the couch. She can't get on the bed.
Oh my God!
I know.
Do you
Little
think it's
baby.
something more serious?
Yeah, it's probably going to cost a lot of money.
Are you feeling something there? Is there?
No, I didn't feel anything there, Andy. You want to come over and check it out? Good fucking God. Can't I have a conversation with you and you just be normal about something sensitive? Can't you?
It was Blaze's.
Pronger.
It was Blaze's birthday yesterday.
I don't know who's worse, Andy or Prongs.
Oh
if
my God!
my dog's dying. Fucking suck. Earn it.
What's Prongs doing right now?
Talking about his book. I saw him at the golf course yesterday. We had a blues.
Did he have a
night,
camera crew with him?
but I don't think so. I didn't even see them. I mean, we saw guys, but God, it took fucking 7.5 hours. We were fucking playing golf. Jeez.
So there was a report out there that Prong's interview with the Maple Leafs, but so my sources tell me that's not true.
Yeah.
But he did talk to a different team.
Yeah.
And he may have talked to Toronto, but not about their GM position. I feel
We'll
like Mike
see.
Gillis is going to get that job.
Yeah. We'll see.
Everyone's on the edge of their seat with
I
that.
said we got to get going.
in
We-
Toronto.
Yeah. Yeah. Goddamn right they are. Let's go.
I can tell O-Dog's just annoyed with everybody. He's
yeah,
like,
I know. Well, they got a lot going on up there.
talk about it. He's
Well, they
annoyed.
talk about it more than anything.
Yeah, but he's annoyed with that whole organization.
Yeah, I would say that for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can notice that.
Yeah.
when I
So
listen to them.
firstform.com/Cam and Strick. Use our link and use it today. Show us what you're getting. I'm curious what you're getting from First Form.
Yeah.
Firstform.com/Cam and Strick, baby. Say what up to Nikki Boy.
Nikki, what up, baby? What's up?
And Christy and the baby.
Keep breeding. Goddamn.
Blue Note Roofing. David Novak. 314-920-5713. Call him today. Gutters, roofing, soffit, fascia. Dude, last Wednesday I didn't tell you. We had a tornado at my house, dude.
No, I wouldn't turn it.
We had a tornado come by my house, though, dude. It was the sirens were going off, and it was right by my house.
Yeah.
It keeps coming by my house.
Well, they don't like you.
It's amazing how many.
They know that you're aloof. The tornadoes want to kill.
It's amazing how many.
They go for people that are like, "Ooh, what's going on?"
Yeah, it's amazing how many tornadoes we keep having out by my
Oh,
house.
you're Missouri.
Blue Note Roofing, though. Listen, you have any wind or hail damage? That's why you call David Novak
Let's
and
go.
call him today. 314-920-5713. Gutters, soffit, fascia, window, siding.
Let's go. Let's go.
Not windows. Gutters, soffit, fascia, siding,
Siding.
and roofing.
Yep.
Call Window World for windows. David doesn't even do windows,
No.
I don't believe. But he can probably
But they're both
send
cool.
you to Window
Yeah,
World.
yeah, exactly.
He can do that for you. There's no doubt about it. All right, Easy Tiger Cannabis. It is full potency, it's top shelf, and it's here to get your mind right. Do it today. You have medical issues, any type of pain, EasyTigerAZ.com. Order the best products for you. Located in Arizona, but soon these products are going to be available nationwide, Cam, everywhere. You're going to find Easy Tiger, EasyTigerAZ.com. Check it out and check it out today. All right, who puts the in spa?
Spas and more, baby. Let's go. Angie, what's up, girl? Let's go. God dang.
God dang.
Can't wait to get my sauna.
I have the electrician coming over today because we're doing some work for my
Yeah.
hot tub.
Yes. You got a big boy coming in.
Oh my
You
God.
got a monster
It's
coming
being
in.
custom made, man.
Yeah.
We're so excited about this hot tub to come. It's going to have the Bluetooth speaker. It's the Michael Phelps version.
Yep.
And it's going to have lights and all this type of stuff. Retractable roof. Like retractable
Roof?
cover.
Or like a football stadium.
Kinda. I mean, that's what it feels like.
No, it's awesome. They got all kinds of stuff right there. Spas and more.
I know. So Angie has, talk about her.
Yeah, Angie, she's a real deal. She sells the hell of these damn things. Really, really does. They got all kinds of different versions. You can get the sauna, you can get a cold plunge. You can get huge, different sizes of hot tubs. And then you can get the swim machine, Michael Phelps swim machine.
Mm-hmm.
This thing's unbelievable. It's huge. I've seen these guys put it in different, like really hardcore terrain.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy to have a little thing that goes, a little crane, puts it right in, boom. Doesn't even take that long. We did a bunch of video out there with Spas and More. So check them out. They got it all.
3-generation family owned and operated with 2 locations. Made right here in the United States, by the way.
Yeah,
Spas
USA.
and More.
Let's go.
We love everything they do. Spas and More. Angie has proud sponsor of what we do. All right, Riley Cote.
Riley Cote.
The Flyers are hot. We're talking playoff hockey, baby, with Riley Cote. Stay with us. The Cam and Strick podcast is brought to you by First Form, baby. Use our link and do it today. www.firstform.com/camandstrick.
Get jacked now. They are the real deal.
Get that protein, check out the apparel, eat those bars, and drink those energy drinks. Firstform.com/camandstrick.
Yeah.
Now on to the interview.
I
All right,
get
so
that,
we
baby.
do. We just hit record and when we
Yeah.
go, man. So tell
told him.
us, when you first started doing this, and even back in your days playing and coaching,
Yeah.
how's the perception changed, man? How's the message being received now versus before? Like before, it was like, no, these are drugs. You know, now do you sense like even like the tightest person in the past maybe is, you know, receiving the message way differently?
Oh, big time. It's changed a lot. 2010 was like the first year that I really started, say, banging the drum and bringing some awareness around, cannabis in its entirety. Actually, in fact, when I retired in 2010, I brought hemp seeds and hemp protein into the Flyers locker room. I was coaching the Phantoms, and it was quickly pulled out of the locker room within 24 hours. It was a banned substance. You know, literally, because you could buy the hemp protein at Whole Foods and the hemp seeds at Whole Foods, but since it wasn't NSF certified and all this stuff, there's still a lot of prohibition, a lot of dogma around it all. It was still, still devil's lettuce. Fast forward till today, actually 2 days ago, if you guys saw the news, Trump signed into law an executive order around, funding $50 million for ibogaine research and some other stuff in the executive order. That's around the psychedelics. And then in between, you got cannabis that's on the verge of being federally legal. That was an executive order that was signed maybe 6 months ago. Nothing's really happened, but nonetheless, state by state, these different, medical programs and then, recreational laws have changed the landscape of the way people view these medicines, right? Because that's what they are at the end of the day. I think humans just have a way of screwing things up, right? We turn things, we turn tools into weapons, right? Yeah. And that's what we do. We just keep doing it, and we're doing it again. And, so there's always this, there's always going to be this educational balancing act of like what's real and what's not. What's a political pharma play? What's a real a real herb? How is it? So there's two different worlds always playing here. And I think the general consensus is that it's not the devil's lettuce. That actually does have some value. But now you see the propaganda machining, obviously taking what we've learned from recreational cannabis, which is, high THC varieties, which I don't agree with, distilling it down to just the THC. So people are ripping these pens and these waxes at 90-95% THC, which obviously has a negative impact. So everything that I'm teaching and trying to bring to light is, respectful, intentional, responsible use, right? Because there's a spectrum of use, right? There's use versus abuse. So what are we actually doing? If you can understand your why, you get a good starting point of what, how you're going to use it and what you're trying to accomplish. But most people can't understand the why, they can't answer that. And therefore they're kind of bobbing and weaving, they're bouncing around, roaming, they don't really understand what they're trying to accomplish. But once you start reeling in and being very specific around what you're trying to accomplish, you'd be surprised how quickly you can reel this in and how these actually look like medicines now versus just, so recreational drugs.
So so you're saying like, okay, you're talking to kids that want to be chilled out. They got some things going on. They want to try new things. But if you go there and you get a 95% pen, fucking diesel, whatever, sour diesel, and you rip that thing, it's not the same as what you're trying to advocate, is meaning like there's doses that you do. And it is funny, by the way, Riley, like they take all that herbs away from you and they're like, no, take these painkillers instead. Right. Or exactly. This Ambien. Don't take that drug. Take these drugs instead.
Cam's talking about the sour diesel, like the flavor that he's getting.
The sour diesel.
This is a
watermelon. But it's not good for you. I do it because I chill. I don't give a damn. But like, if you're really trying to, that is so powerful. So there's different wavelengths to all this stuff. So is that what you're saying there, Riley?
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. So cannabis can be very predictable or it could be non-predictable, right? It's like I always run into these people. We talk about, cannabis consumption on some level. And then it always goes to the story of, well, I tried cannabis one time and I took an edible and, next thing you know, I was like spinning upside down. I was on planet Pluto, it's like, okay. well, how many milligrams of THC did you consume? And they couldn't answer that. Well, it's just a gummy. Well, the gummy could have 100 milligrams or it could have 1 milligram, you know, and the experience between the two is, you know, completely different experiences, right? So what I'm really trying to do is make the experience much more predictable, and then therefore you have to know your medicine. You have to know what you're working with. So I'm actually coming out with a brand in say the quote unquote recreational market, even though it's more of a functional medicinal product. So 2.5 milligram THC, so full spectrum THC, so it's not just a distillate, capsules with cacao and different functional mushrooms. So the idea would be, one would be like, say, more like the energy. 2.5 milligrams, super low dose. It's in the world of microdosing cannabis, right? It's sub threshold, so no headiness, but there's an element of softness and relaxation there. And then you got cacao, which is a hard opener. There's an energy in itself. And then you get the lion's mane, or depending on the SKU we're talking about, focus, clarity. So all of a sudden you've taken cannabis, you know, from its rawest form, flower, and then you've processed it into, well, they'll take the keef and the keef with trichomes in this example. And then you mix it with these other herbs and these other functional adaptogens. And then you got yourself this like very functional, predictable cocktail. Right, versus just guessing and just chewing on gummies, and you know, every time is like the experience is somewhat different. Coming out with a beverage, low dose beverage, same type of concept. 5 milligrams of THC, some CBD, 10 milligrams of CBD in there, anti-inflammatory properties, and then some lion's mane focus. There's some functionality there. So the idea is really to make the experiences extremely predictable. As you know, like, you know, hockey moms and hockey dads, soccer moms, like they don't want to be over consuming edibles as they're carting around their kids. Like they just want to just take the load off. They just want to be present, watch their child without being reactive.
Not the soccer moms I know.
Yeah, no shit. They're drinking Fireball.
Yeah, right.
They're drinking high news at 8 a.m. and dropping 25 milligrams.
Yeah, I know. We're trying to soften that experience so they're not driving off a cliff at the end of the day.
No shit.
And that's really it. So, because again, like it's easy to abuse anything. Like we live in a world that just seems to abuse everything easily. So to bring some normalcy into this conversation, there has to be, a realism around the spectrum of what we're actually doing. Because I don't have to teach people to get high; they'll figure that out on their own. The idea is to bring discipline, and then obviously once you bring discipline into the equation, the outcomes are so much different. Again, predictability is the big thing here. Is like we know exactly what we're going to get and exactly how I'm going to feel, and I'm not going to be too high. I'm not going to be spacey. I can get my shit done. I can be focused, and exactly. And that's what we're trying to get to. Is just like that sweet spot where it works for you, not against you. Because there's a fine line, as you know. Like you can consume too much cannabis or anything for that matter. It starts working against you. It starts taking away energy and functionality and focus and presence. And
I'm passed out by 8 o'clock.
Right.
No, you gotta be intelligent, just like anything else you would put into your body, man. Be aware and be intelligent about it. I find it interesting. You're an assistant coach. You're bringing like hemp seeds, and it's like
that was ballsy.
Get them out of here.
Oh, I
get them. It's like
can only imagine.
You can literally go to a bakery and get hemp seed muffins. You know what I mean, or cookies. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, did they view that as like an illegal substance? Like, were they nervous because it was hemp?
I think that was it, right? They just weren't educated enough to be able to separate the two. And as we know, you got the hemp laws. It's all cannabis, but hemp, they separate hemp from, marijuana grown below 0.3% THC.
But there's no THC though, right?
Yeah, minimal and nominal amount, but it's not going to get you high, right? And then hemp seeds and hemp protein doesn't have it, right? I mean, you're talking about now, from the oil of the seeds, and it doesn't have the same properties as the flower itself, right? Mm-hmm. So THC was never a concern, but when you're not educated and you think it's all the same, all of a sudden, like hemp protein, hemp seeds, and marijuana are all the same. So it's just easily you just remove it and remove the quote unquote liability. But the education just wasn't there. But if you break down like hemp protein and the fats in a hemp seed, it's like perfectly ratioed omega-3s, 6, 9s, and then we talk about the fatty acids, and then the protein they say is one of the most digestible plant proteins on the planet. So you talk about an actual like high quality food source. it is that, but we couldn't even see the value of the nutritional profile of the hemp seed because we were lost in the noise of what it is, and it just shows you the
because didn't we
delusion.
think that hemp?
Yeah.
I remember being in the '90s and having those hemp necklaces and
Yeah,
stuff like that,
right.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, I couldn't. I used to smoke those, and it didn't do anything to you.
Yeah, exactly.
I would smoke my necklace
my God.
because it was
Yeah.
hemp, and you thought, but it didn't do the same. But if you look at the overall,
So, and no one else does that.
No,
Just
so
you
I bet
know.
you
No
a
one
lot
else
of
is
people
people
smoking.
that have though. So
thank you, Riley.
Yeah,
when
and
you come on,
shoes made out of hemp and shirts. I wasn't smoking the shoes and the shirt.
Coach, no one. People aren't drinking as much now. So
That's
how do you look at that? If you saw that, listen, it's gone down. I think 14%, whatever it
I
is.
think it's more than that even.
How do you look at that compared to smoking, drinking? I mean,
There's
how do you look at
THC drinks now too.
Yes,
though.
there are.
Like I'm curious how you view
My
those.
cousin sells them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, I mean, naturally, when you introduce something like cannabis or you legalize it, right? People it was generally lean towards something like that because there's no hangover, there's no destructive nature on the backside of it. Ultimately, people just want to manage their stress and feel a little bit better towards the end of the day and sleep well, right? Well, alcohol doesn't do that. I mean, yeah, you can have a good time, you can socialize, but it certainly doesn't help with sleep. And obviously, as you know, the more you drink, the greater chance you're gonna have a hangover the next day. It dehydrates the body and the brain. So it's really, alcohol is extremely toxic to the body, as we know. So I think cannabis, if we're talking about trying to accomplish the same thing, which is stress management and just like take a load off and then sleep well and recover, well, cannabis seems to be the natural replacement for alcohol because it does all those things and there's no hangover and we sleep deep and depending on the combination of the cannabis we're consuming, there might be an anti-inflammatory component to it with a little higher CBD. So what you're seeing, and I see this with closest to the Flyer guys here, is that naturally players drink less and less. There's a premium on recovery and performance, as it always has been, but you go from the Broad Street Bullies drinking beers and winning Stanley Cups, where that's outdated because you can't keep up, right? The physical body will break down, injuries, we don't recover as fast. So if I was, management and in the coaching staff and strength and conditioning, I would rather my guys be using, again, intentional cannabis versus alcohol, which I think is naturally happening. I mean, these guys are using cannabis, different varieties of cannabis.
What percentage of the league you think?
Ooh,
what percentage of the league?
Over 50. But and then when I say that, probably more than 70.
How are they using it? What do you mean? Like, are they
that's what,
smoking
Are they
gummy-
ripping joints? Are they? What are they doing?
You're always gonna have
Creams?
you're always gonna have your smokers. You're always gonna have your smokers. Even back when I was playing, and I was one of them.
Yeah. Me too.
Flour, because that was all that was available. But now you got all these different delivery systems. So you got guys bringing their CBD/THC cream to the massage therapist, the masseuse, right? So now they're rubbing in the anti-inflammatories into the body. You got sublingual, oil-based drops that are anti-inflammatory. Post game, post practice, flush the inflammation out. So you got the spectrum of delivery systems, but you got the spectrum of THC to CBD ratio, and then you got these other minor cannabinoids like CBG, CBN, known for sleep, CBC, all these different minor cannabinoids that these guys are getting nerdy with. Like when I was coaching the Phantoms, I know. It used to be beers on the bus, right? It was no longer beers on the bus. It was coconut oil and peanut butter on the bus, where guys were infusing their own peanut butters and oils and sitting in the back of the bus and eating it. So you talk about like maturity, even though it was probably still highly illegal at the time. But as far as like recovering, knowing what the body needs and wants, putting the body in a state of recovery versus, you can't sleep on the bus, especially when you're drinking beers. So you arrive and wherever the hell you're going to arrive at 2:30 a.m. in the minor leagues, feeling like a bag of shit. Well, these guys are at least sleeping for 3-4 hours. They're waking up feeling a little bit better. So there's a lot of science to support all this. But so when I say 70%, 75%, I'm not just talking about all these guys just smoking flower. They're getting creative with the way they're consuming cannabis. And most of these guys, they're smart guys. They're not just randomly reaching for a 50 milligram edible. They would be like really specific, very predictable, and they're smart with it.
Let me ask you this, and we gotta talk Philly.
We'll talk some hockey too.
Sorry. I'm just curious because god dang, dude, like I could talk to you for fucking 5 hours. Okay, but do you look at if guys are fucking ripping these goddamn pens and all of a sudden I'm choking after ripping this thing and I'm going to go skate. Like, is it bad for your lungs? Would you rather, if you're an athlete, don't hit these things, take the gummies, take the oil? What do you suggest?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the pens, honestly. 'Cause it just makes it too convenient, and you can see people just get, addicted to
Boom,
them,
boom,
or
boom, boom,
abuse.
boom.
Yeah, it's just in your pocket. It's like, oh, as soon as I feel a little bit of stress, it's like
Boom,
boom,
boom.
hit in your mouth. There's no.
That's
there's no
what the soccer
preparation.
moms have. They all have the pens in their
Yeah.
purses. I mean, honestly,
You're
you
right.
go
A
to,
lot of people
you
do.
go to like a school event, like for
Boom,
my
boom,
kids'
boom.
school, like a parent party. All the moms are pulling out like pens out of their Louis Vuittons. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's
Smashing
like,
it.
So,
Yeah.
it is
I get-
convenient.
It hurts your lungs too.
But some people like the smoking aspect of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which I would agree. I'd be in that camp, and I know a lot of people will be like, "Well, it's bad for your lungs." And I'm not going to sit here and say, "Well, smoking anything is great for your lungs."
Yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't compare it to tobacco smoke and smoking like that, especially if you're doing it in a limited way, right? But the outcome of smoking, especially when you talk about in a range. The onset's quicker. That's why people smoke or vape, right? It's like almost immediate. But I always make the analogy of like an orchestra. I think when you burn flower, you're getting the full orchestra of cannabinoids, terpenes, flavonoids. You're getting the whole thing versus just being selectful. I'm just going to vape or, and only burn or combust. Or not combust, it'd be heating up.
But it stinks
certain
though,
cannabinoids.
Riley. It smells though.
Well, it smells, yeah.
It
And these are
smells,
always, yeah, exactly. It does
So
smell.
if you don't want to smell, you got, depending on where you're going, like, yeah, I want to take that flower, but shit, I might smell like shit walking into whatever, and people are
Yeah.
gonna be like, oh God, you hit this vape. I don't know.
Yeah, right. And this is just being selective of what we're actually trying to accomplish and when we consume. But I think at the end of the day, there's always going to be a handful of guys that are smoking, but I think there's probably more guys getting nerdy with the science around the recovery side of things, right? It's about recovery, flushing inflammation, sleeping better, and waking up feeling fresher. I mean, so I don't know how many guys are actually using any flour or anything before.
Right.
I mean, NBA, I know guys are for sure. They're very open about it. And there may be some creative hockey players like a guy like, I'm not going to start rumors, but there's some guys out there, but like that you'd almost like wonder, like, are these guys consuming this before? Because they're so relaxed. They have so much composure.
Yeah.
But I would say most guys are using this in a practical way on the backside of performance in the world of recovery, sports performance, sports recovery, not on the front side getting high and then, hopping on the ice. I don't think there's many guys doing that, but you talk about medicinal therapeutic use, recovery, flush and inflammation. You better believe there's a ton of guys doing it.
Dude, those NBA players, man, like
They're smoking,
they're ripping
drinking,
joints
shooting,
in the
snorting.
locker room before they even, and they're like, yeah, I smoke a joint before I play every game.
I'm making $50 million.
You know what I mean?
A year.
So I don't know. It's one thing for the players to look at it differently, but I think also I'm curious how teams look at it differently. Coaches, management, strength coaches, trainers. Because a lot of those guys have been around the game for a long time. They're not like, 19, 20-year-old kids coming into it,
Totally.
who have a different mindset.
I mean, I would say it's changed completely. And even when I had a full spectrum hemp derived CBD company for a few years going back, I mean, maybe 2.5 years, but I was supplying the coaching staff, the strength and conditioning staff, and some players with full spec CBD products. You know what I mean? So these guys, just like the players, they want to feel better. They're going through the grind. Life is stressful, right? They're used to just probably binge drinking and leaning into alcohol. When you go on the bus, or you go on the plane, like sometimes you don't want to be drinking you don't want to be drinking all the time. You just take a capsule or a gummy or a tincture, and you can just chill, you know what I mean, and just feel a little bit better. This is really not about getting high. These guys that I mentioned, like the coaches and the strength and conditioning, they weren't seeking this to get high. It's for relief. It's again anxiety, inflammation, sleep,
calm,
all that good stuff. Calm, right? Everyone's just the hockey game, the environment. Everyone's stressed out, right? It's just like you just chill out.
Hey, what's that Porter Montone taking?
Yeah, what's he at?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's playing the game in a rocking chair right now. It seems like, even though he's playing the game hard and just so calm and collected, and you think he'd been there for 5-6 years.
I know that'll get the city just buzzing, though, won't it?
Buzzing.
Like you get a 19-year-old kid, however old he is, I think he's 19, right?
Yep.
Who just comes in and instant success, like. it gets everybody going. I would imagine the rest of the team too. You know, he's taking somebody's spot. Maybe that guy's not too happy about it, but it makes the coaches look better, makes management look better, makes the players on the ice look better. It's amazing what that can do for a franchise.
It's incredible. I don't think anybody in the city of Philadelphia, including management, thought that he was going to come in and be this much of an impact player like this quickly. He's that good. And yeah, if you get a guy like that late in the season, and I think he led the team in his last 8 games in points, and he's got 2, game winners. Like, it's just like, it's incredible storyline. And then you mentioned him, but like a guy like Tyson Forrester, he comes in the lineup maybe 2 weeks before or 3 weeks before. You get 2 guys like that, fresh legs, fresh energy to come in. It's insane what it does for your lineup. And, the young team that the Flyers have, having a guy like this come in, like Martone now we're talking about, like he just fits in so well because he's obviously got the talent. He's got, the credentials, but he just fits in so perfectly. The young guys just love it. And like you said, maybe the one guy that's getting squeezed out. But I mean, even him, you'd have to, yeah.
Don't worry about him. We've been there, Riley. What are we doing?
Yeah, exactly. Jesus. You'd like to think they're cheering him on and cheering the team on because what's going on in Philly right now is special. And they're going to just keep riding this excitement.
Owen Tippett.
Oh, Tip, yeah, man.
How
Jeez.
fast is? Did you see that play? He fell down, spun off a guy, made Chris Letang look like a fool multiple times in that game.
Right.
Like, what's he all about? And he got cut open at the end. His fucking nose bleeding.
You look
Let's
at
go.
him. He doesn't look like right off the bat that he'd be as fast as he is. You know what I mean?
So fast.
But this guy, I mean, they did whatever, had a stat about his 20 mile per hour or more burst. He's got more than McDavid. Like, it's crazy.
It's incredible to watch, and he's kind of always been known as a streaky player, but when you see him on his game, you see these flashes of like speed bursts and power and explosiveness and taking pucks to the net and shooting. But in the last like month and a half or so, probably since the Olympic break, really, he's just found a new dimension of his game. Like you mentioned that goal yesterday where he set up, Hathaway burning those 3 guys. Like that was insane. But there was a play in the third period, if you guys watch, like it was a D-zone faceoff. And he literally like speed burst from his position and grabbed the puck and accelerated like 10 feet in front of Carlson, where Carlson's like landing up a hook and I'm taking a penalty, got a penalty shot. But like just like it's just insane the dimension that this guy's found, and he just keeps finding new ways to generate offense. And just when you think that he's not doing something, he's burning you. Like he's that dangerous, and how timely of himself to find his game like this, and just be that glue. I think he's been a glue guy, on some level the whole year, but like now it's just like he's just bringing that energy together, and guys are playing at higher, faster speeds, and he's exciting guy to watch. I think of McDavid and McKinnon. Like he's got like that.
He's up there.
Maybe not necessarily that high, but just like the way he gets moving, he's like a truck.
He's got power. He's got
power. Yeah.
Oh, Doyle rules. That's what he looks
Doyle
like.
Rules,
He's got McKinnon like power.
He does, yeah.
But he doesn't look like he's going as fast sometimes as McKinnon or McDavid. That's what I mean. Like when I'm surprised to see the stat.
God, he's fast.
That he's had that many 20 mile per hour bursts, whatever, and he's got more than those guys. Like. He's fun to watch, and I've seen him have some sick like spinorama backhand goals that go right under the bar, like unbelievable skill too. So, what changed down the stretch for the Flyers, and when did you think the fan base really start believing in this team?
So early in the season, right, we believed in them, and that, there was a good swagger, good energy. They had some injuries probably leading up to Christmas. Vladar got hurt, a couple others. Well, Forrester was one of the big significant ones there. I mean, you lose a guy like that out of the lineup. I mean, he's arguably the Flyers' best forward. And when you break it down, like he does it all. He's got the long stick. He's forechecking pressure. He can shoot like the best of them. You lose him, they kind of go down this little bit of a spiral. Vidar gets hurt. I think it was like right around the Olympic break where I think they're not mathematically out. They were like 3.5% chance of making the playoffs, something like that. I think that Olympic break was the moment coming out of that break when they just like found a new identity. I think Mitchkov was taking some heat from the media.
Oh yeah.
He come out of Olympic break. He's been besides last game, maybe. Unbelievable. He's been like, skating well, playing defense and playing the way he's supposed to. So he's kind of found his game. I say Tippett again, like he's found another dimension. The goaltending has been sturdy pretty much the whole season. So that's been there. I think a couple defensemen risked the line in, stepping up his game. Just like everybody, just the energy just keeps to continue to grow, right? And Zegras is taking more of a leadership role. Everybody, and then you get Forrester back. He scores in his first game. He never missed a beat, right? And he's like a spider out there, just getting sticks on everything. And then you get Porter Martone in the lineup. But I think since the Olympic break, I'm not sure if anything really necessarily changed. Maybe Mitchkov just kind of really bought into the system and said, guess what? I got to be better on this back end of the season. And collectively,
he took heat though, Riley. Like Mitchkov, there was a lot.
Well, the coach called him.
There was a lot of drama with Tox and him. We're in Missouri here. We read all that stuff. It was nonstop for weeks and weeks and weeks. Like, what was your take on the whole thing? Like, do you look at a Michkov and you're like, no, he's out of shape? Like, did you notice that off the bat? Like, what was your take on the whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, like the reports where he came into camp out of shape. So I knew that before seeing him. And then you could see, you could just see he was missing something in his step. He didn't have necessarily any pull away speed. He's quick, maybe not fast, right? And top of the circles in, but he got exposed probably in the D zone, and it kind of cheating offense because he didn't have that extra step. But what I'm seeing now, and we just talked to Hartnell about this exact thing, is whether he actually was doing 2-a-days during the Olympic break or whatever he's did, or he shaved off a few LBs, whatever the hell he's done, he's obviously bought into what Talk was saying, what everyone was saying, because he's definitely has a little more fire to his skating. He seems to be the slightest bit quicker, whether it was actually a conditioning thing or not, or a mindset thing. But obviously when you shed a couple pounds, you're a little more confident. You're confident. You're going to move a little quicker. But whatever's happened, it's worked. He's definitely bought in. He seems to be really just doing the little things. He's, Talks playing them. Not every game, but in the last 5 minutes, these last 10 games of the season, he's been seeing some minutes at the end of the game when they're holding a lead or whatever. So naturally, it's played out the way that you'd hope when you buy into the coach's system, as the coach shows more confidence and trust in you. And but you needed a guy like that to get going, because you just can't have it. He knows he needed to be better. The whole city knows he needed to be better. And now
were they hard on him? Was Philly, if you're listening to the goddamn fucking, Philly sports talk radio in the morning, I could only imagine they were probably fucking bashing him like no other. Does he know
they
that
may
he
have
was
been bashing the team too, the coach too? They were
eventually they're bashing him, and then it started going into Talk, right?
Yes,
they started ripping on Talk, and I think the average fan just maybe doesn't watch the small details well enough to know why the coach may be minimizing his ice time, right? You guys know, you have to do the small details well if you want to earn more minutes. Everybody in Philly knows, and the NHL knows, he's got high-end offensive ability.
Yeah. But this is the playoffs, man. He only played 9.5 minutes last night.
I know.
Exactly. He wasn't very good yesterday. Game 1, he was good. He wasn't very good yesterday, but it's so obvious that when you start doing the little things right, the coaching staff sees it and you get more minutes, right? It's just little things, getting the pucks out. There was a play yesterday Hartnell was referring to when we talked to him, is the puck went out to the blue line. A lot of times he would have kept cruising past and hoping the puck would have squirted out. He stopped inside the blue line and got back in a deep position, and then eventually got the puck out. But little things like that, where everyone in the building would probably be like, well, that's a nothing play. No one's going to spend any attention breaking that down, where the coaching staff does, because those are the little details that get you more minutes, right? And then when you do get that offensive chance or the opportunity to play more, you're going to generate more offense naturally because you're doing the right thing. So it's nice to see that he's bought in. I heard Talk speaking the other day. He's more involved in the team. He's learning English a little bit more. So naturally, you got to, right? And naturally, you're part of the team. And I think when you're more part of the team, you just fight harder for your guys, right? Sure. Or you just play harder, play faster. And so whatever it is, he's turned it on at the right time. It's nice to see him have some success. and be a part of this energetic group.
Well, you know what's going to get his attention is when a young 19-year-old comes in and all of a sudden he becomes the flavor of the week, right? And the flavor of the month. Because everyone was on the hype train for Michkov, and it's like, okay, now he's yesterday's news. We got this 19-year-old stud who's coming in, playing the right way, scoring timely goals. Teammates love him. So, hopefully, that can change a little bit. I'm curious how Torts was with this team. Like, what was your view of Torts? Because now you're seeing him do his thing in Vegas, and maybe what Talk has brought in that's been a little bit different that the team has responded to versus maybe how Torts was running the show there.
I mean, I think the best thing. I mean, it's the best thing. I think the one thing that I could observe and speak to is maybe just like the way some of these things are communicated. Right. Because, like it could be the same exact message communicated and the messenger itself could be the difference of the person receiving it or not. That being said, I think, Michkov had some of the same issues last year. Right. I mean, he was scratched and naturally, you learn sitting in the press box and you come back and you do your thing. Second year in the NHL, you're expected to do more. And I think like coming into training camp in bad shape is not obviously a good look, right? He's certainly not going to help your relationship with any coach. But I think Talk is just a different personality. I think he is like a little bit more grounding when you're able to like present an idea to your players. I think he goes out and works with Michkov. He works out with he's working with every guy. He's not just the assistant coaches, but he really does sit down and spend a lot of time like understanding him and communicating with him. And I'm not going to say that Torts didn't do that, but I mean, what I'm seeing is maybe just a softer yet still direct delivery, right? Because we're not going to sugarcoat shit here. But I think the person receiving the message, depending on where they're at maturity wise, like maybe more inclined to receive it when it's delivered with a little bit more, I don't know, say compassion. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
It's easy for a kid to be like, this is everybody else's fault. And the coach is being a dick. He doesn't like me when the team's losing. But when you're winning and all of a sudden now you want to be involved, you want to be a part of it. And it's like, I do have to make changes now if I want to be a part of it. Because now when you're winning, you can't just sit there and point the finger and blame everybody else because you're winning. So it's like, you see this with a lot of young Russian players, man. It takes a little bit of an adjustment. Zegras has been surprising to me, the fact that he's come in and kind of adjusted as quickly as he had. Everyone always knew he had the talent. Man, I remember watching him in the World Juniors. Like his playmaking and passing ability was as high end as anybody really had seen. And he became so popular, so big in Anaheim, and was bigger than any other player they had there. Yeah. The league's inviting him to league events. You see him everywhere. And his production just couldn't keep up with the hype. And maybe it's been good for him to come into Philly and just kind of hide a little bit and just do his thing, And
4 seasons, too. Of course, he likes it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, this is an example of a guy just maybe needing a fresh start somewhere where, an organization maybe seems like they give up on a guy or just not looking as optimistic as it should. Going to a new city with fresh start is necessary. And I think this is a classic example of it working out. Very well. I mean, so I think the city welcomed him. Danny took obviously a chance on him, believed in him. He's got enough skill. But you got to give Zegras a ton of credit because not only has he just done well, I thought he's really taken on a leadership role and just kind of like been somewhat of a glue guy as well. He's very well liked in that locker room. He obviously can make insane plays, and he's bought into the system. He's never going to be like a super heavy shutdown guy. But I think even these couple of games, like in the playoffs, like he's banging some bodies. Like he's in there. He's getting involved.
He's flinching at guys. He's fucking whacking guys. He's pissing people off.
Yeah, he's
do your thing.
Yeah,
doing his thing.
Where before it was all about doing the Michigan.
Yeah, now he's he's in a mix.
Yeah,
exactly.
How is it playing in Philly with these guys, though? Is Zegras on fucking billboards everywhere? Like, are they getting free cars?
How popular is
How popular are they? And how popular are they compared to, of course, the Eagles are gigantic, but, are they getting their attention they deserve?
Well, right now they certainly are. Right now in this moment, the city is buzzing. It's everywhere as it should be, right? I mean, it's buzzing. orange everywhere. There's probably top 3 guys. I mean, I would say between Tippett, Zegras, and maybe Vladar, on a lot of these billboards and stuff like that. And rightfully so. I mean, like these guys are, you say, the heads of the snake here in some regard. And but the city, nothing quite like Eagles. Like Eagles is its own dimension of crazy.
Football is, dude.
Football really is, yeah. But right now, I mean, there's a ton of buzz. And
great sports
they're
town,
riding this wave. They got some swagger. The Flyers are dangerous.
Yeah,
it could be dangerous here. Just because I gotta go back to my last year in 2010. While I didn't even play any playoff games, we made the playoffs in the last game of the season in a shootout against the Rangers. Similarly here, 81 games, but they made the playoffs healthy, and with some swagger.
Why'd you retire, Coates, in 2010?
The physical body was just
your body was shut down.
Yeah, another year on my contract too, but I just didn't want to go. I was probably gonna get sent down. I was the way it was going. Laviolette and with the Flyers at the time, I was like, man, do I want to go back down to the minors and do this all over again? Have guys like yourself like knocking on my door. I'm like, nah.
They pay you for that final year, or you walk away from the contract?
No. They paid me. I lined up turning into a coaching deal. So I lined up. That's how I kind of entered into the scene coaching the American League.
I remember playing against you when you were coaching too.
Yep.
We fought a bunch, and I played against you coaching. You had Fitzgerald at the time. I just remember.
Right. Yeah,
I'm like, fuck, you'd be a great coach. Like, hell yeah.
I was thankful being on the bench, not having to be on the ice and not dealing with you guys anymore.
Dude, it took a lot out of you, man.
I feel like Philly is such a family organization, like historically. They've always kept it kind of in-house. Paul Holmgren always hired people that he knew and whatnot. Like, is Tocchet like he's just such a good fit? He just seems like a flyer, you know what I mean? And like the fan base responds to a guy like him. It's like Chief, man. I mean,
exactly.
Chief wasn't a Blue, but he just fit in here in this culture and this community so quickly. Like, it's like other coaches are always going to be compared to him, but Toc just feels like he's just a glue guy, man. He just fits in with that city.
He's just a regular dude, that was just really good at hockey and played the game the right way. Yeah. And I think when you're a really good dude, there's really good dudes that aren't good coaches too. But I think him and Chief are almost the same personality, cut from the same cloth. Like there's a brand of hockey that's expected, but they know how to communicate without coming across as just being an ass. They're grounded human beings. They see everybody the same way, like eye level. They're not like thinking they're higher up. I think when players see like grounded humans that just like we're on the same team, like we're really on the same team. It's not like me over here in my office and then you guys are over here. When they actually feel that, it's contagious. And I think I alluded to it earlier, just the way Toc communicates with his players. And I think as the NHL and in hockey has evolved, like you went from like these old school coaches that didn't talk to you. If they did talk to you, they're sending you down or scratching you, to like really coaching you and speaking to you like a human being. It's no longer, like getting to know you and talking to you like a human being, not like just a piece of meat. Like you're just a spoke in the machine, So once you start connecting with players' hearts, this is where they buy into you more than, the system. You're buying into the coach. Yeah. You're buying in more than the X's and O's, right? You only have 5 guys. It can't be that hard to figure out, right? You're buying into the energy of the coach,
the leader,
the leader. Now that being said, I'm not sure what happened in Toronto there, but like that's a whole nother story. But like at the core, they brought in Chief because he was good with the players. He could deal with superstars and not have like this weird dichotomy of energy. Like you're just grounded humans that are direct, but also like they battled in the trenches. They're not going to speak from a position, of non-understanding, right? They come from their experience. And I think naturally the guys really buy into it, but coaches Toc's just a good guy. Like he's obviously had success other places. It wasn't just because he was a great flyer. You know what I mean? There's a lot of great flyers that could never come in and do what he's doing. You know what I mean?
There's a lot. I could go down the roster. I could ask you about everybody because, Konechny, he always impresses me. Dvorak, the way that he's played this year, he's Tocchet's guy. They were together in different places. But how frustrated are you seeing Crosby get right now? Like they're playing him hard, man. I mean, which is how you have to play him.
Yes.
Even Sanheim's, whacking him, in game 1, whatever. I mean, so. What do you think their approach has been with 87?
Yeah, that was the conversation going into this, right? You got one team that has the veteran squad. You know, 5 or 6 guys down the lineup there that have been there before. And then you got the young energy. And I think the game plan was just like stay with our game, play the game fast and hard. And they say lean into these guys. Like, you know, just because they're big names in the NHL doesn't mean we can just like give them space, right? So I think playing everyone the same way, being hard, like you can see like some of their chances, like Crosby has to shoot from like the goal line outside the dots. They're not giving him any space. Malkin too, man. Outside of game 1 there, he scored on a weird play there, but like they're not really generating a whole lot. And it's just a testament to the way the Flyers are defending and the spacing. They're keeping everything tight. And they're just being a hard team to play against. So yeah,
he's coming back though.
Oh yeah, he's coming back. We just talked about
next
this.
game,
Yeah.
he ain't gonna be playing around.
You're right.
It's gonna be
You're
a
100%
battle.
Right. Yep.
You might have to go in there and give him a little pep up, dog. Fucking
Yeah,
give him
right.
a couple things here and there.
Yeah, it'll be game 3
take this,
tomorrow. Will be
Sid.
different for
It's
sure.
100 milligrams.
Yeah, right.
Give Sid some cummies.
Hey, the goalie though, dude, like we got to talk about the goalie though. I mean, Vladar, I love what Tocchet said about him after the game yesterday, how he just calms everybody down. He comes to the bench during the TV timeouts and said, hey, what we're doing is right. Everybody's good. Everybody's good. Everybody calm down. Keep doing your thing. Keep playing the way you're playing. I got it. Like, I don't know. I never heard that as being his reputation as a guy that kind of keeps everybody calm, but he obviously is doing that for Philly. Is he playing well, or is he a really good goalie? Like, what do you see from him? Which one is he?
I think both. I think he needed to come to Philly to be able to discover how good of a goalie he was, and I think he's owned it. He's really grabbed this opportunity and roll with it. He looks extremely confident. Extremely confident. I couldn't just like justify this and say this is just stringing a few good games together.
Yeah.
No, this is him finding himself, and I don't know him really. But like what you just described there is it seems like in line with his personality. He's very a gentle speaker. He's just like soft. Like if you just saw him off the ice, you would have no clue he's an NHL goalie. He's just like unassuming, kind of quieter, gentler. So naturally, I guess when you're doing your part and carrying your weight, everyone else kind of follows, but it's not through force or being extra loud or aggressive. It's just like just carrying that gentle energy forth, and people appreciate it, right? Especially in sports like hockey, where there's so much energy and so much emotional energy. Having a guy like that, especially guys making the saves, standing rock solid, coming to the bench and just quietly saying something so gently like that goes a long way, because how easy it is to get hyped up, and goalies specifically have a tendency to maybe come unraveled sometimes, and but hey, like he's been rock solid from the start. The Flyers certainly missed him when he got hurt, and he hasn't missed a beat. Like he is the spine. He makes such timely saves, man. I can't even tell you how many games that he's salvaged for the Flyers, kept them in it, and then the team rallies around that quiet confidence. So
he's good up here, man.
Oh,
he's
yeah, rock solid.
there.
Hey, so when Cutter Gauthier decides not to sign in Philly, like does anybody ever get over that? That's what I mean when it's just such a that organization is so different than a lot of other teams, because like it just upsets so many former Flyers, who just seem like, hey, we're not going to get over this. They were hard on Gauthier when he came back. I remember Brian Boucher saying on our podcast, he's like, this guy's going to score 40 goals, and he scores 40 goals for Anaheim. So when something like that plays out, like how did you view that? And how do you look at him as a player? You look at him any differently or no?
Yeah, not really. I mean, like I don't know the whole story. Like I've heard bits and pieces of it. I don't know exactly where it went sour. I don't know if it was right out of the gate when they didn't sign him to that entry-level contract they didn't have, out of college, and I'm not exactly sure. He got sour somewhere down the line there, and then, then they were like in damage control. And then at some point it got so far gone that like that was the only move, was to move him. Like you had to move him because he wasn't going to play in Philly. So at some point you just got to like, hey, we'll cut your loss and let's see what we can get in return. But so I can't speak for the exact scenario. Like, as a young guy, you're just trying to, you're trying to find your way and you're trying to enter the door in the best situation you possibly could be in. What was, Torts, being involved? Like, I don't know, like, was there elements to the current situation of the Flyers that were in play? Were you that sad that you didn't come and play, 5 games out of college end of the season? Was there something deeper there that the media has never really brought up to light?
Yeah.
Like, I
think that was it. From what I
yeah.
hear, is he wanted to come straight there, and they didn't want to sign him right away. So, like,
yeah, so
took
that was it. Like,
personal. It's a hell of a player, man. It's a tough player to cut loose,
For sure, yeah. And if that was it, like, then I would be like, well, man, maybe you gotta have a little tougher skin than that. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. No one's giving up on you. It's just like there was a contract issue. If you can't see past that, then I'm not sure the exact level of maturity he had. But like, as far as a hockey specimen, like, clearly, like, you let a guy like that go, it hurts, right? You go, especially when you go CMS score like he did this year. But like, at the end of the day, you can't really like hold something over a guy's head for wanting to find the best spot to, start his NHL career, especially if there was like some question marks around handling. But the way I see it still is, then the most information I got was around that, entry level contract. And if that was it, then I would question, like, man, like, really, is that you don't want to sign because of that? It has to be something deeper. But
you're pissing off an angry fan base,
alumni.
Tough alumni. Because when I think of you, man, I think of fucking Flyers, dude. Fedoruk, and Brash and Vandermeer and Lindros. I mean, just shit kickers.
John Leclerc,
like, just a Broad Street Bullies. Like, what a cool organization.
We had Bobby Clark on, man. He was interesting. Yeah, he made some comments that got a lot of people's attention. But I love that. What other playoff series has your attention right now, Riley? Like, what are you watching, man? Like, if they're on right now, you're not missing it.
Not many others than the Flyers. Honestly, I'm interested in what Buffalo does. That I was kind of following that the other day, and you're just like, what? It's just kind of a similar situation to Philly on some level, right? And it's just like getting that energy into that building late in the game. Like, it's like I expect some level of that energy. Hopefully they score early, tomorrow night. But like, say underdogs, obviously Buffalo turned their season around earlier than the Flyers did. But they haven't, 15 years? Like, something crazy. Like it's insane. So like, I know Shel Samuelson, Matthias Samuelson, like, Sammy was my coach, and I grew up like seeing Matthias Samuelson as a child. So like, to see this guy come into and grow into the man he has and be part of this, this team and success is pretty interesting to watch. But I would say the Buffalo series probably more than any other one. Yeah,
no, that's a good one. Hey, tell me about your podcast, man. Like, what you guys have going on? You guys do a great job.
Damn good job, dude.
Had a lot of good guests down there. So like, where do you guys broadcast that out of, and how long you been doing it, and what's your relationship with Nasty with your boy there that you do the podcast with?
Yeah, so Nasty was formerly the equipment manager of the Flyers for, I think, like 26 years. His old man was actually the equipment manager before him, so he's got in the blood,
baby.
In the blood. So he was like my best friend almost like right out of the gate when I came to Philly with the Phantoms, and we hit it off. So we were boys, and then I guess 4 years ago it was like, I guess still COVID. We're just like, do you want to start something, and just have some fun with it? Like, no plan, like, just still got no plan. Just have some fun. Like, he's always good at making me laugh. So like, he's got a great memory. He remembers like crazy stories. I'm like, I don't remember shit. So he's got a good memory, bring stuff up. And then, I just can kind of comment on it and have some fun, laugh. So it's been 4 years since you're doing it, and we're not so much like talking, X's and O's and all that stuff. It's more like, whatever, surface level, what's going on with the Flyers, NHL, but just really when we have guests on, just humanizing, just like share stories, have some fun. We don't give a shit about like, this and that. We just want to get you on this platform, have some laughs and keep it easy, so that's kind of been the formula. And it's been fun just, just riding it. I still don't know what the hell we're doing. Just doing it. And yeah, man, it's enjoyable. You gotta stay close to the game. You got to have conversations with, guys like yourself and whoever, talk shop. But I think most importantly, it's not even so much about the hockey. It's just about like, just having fun, right? And just sharing stories and having a good time. So
do you go down to the games? Like, are you around the team like often, or do you just kind of stay away?
Not that often. I do go down to the games. I'm about 45 minutes away from Philly, just outside of Philly. I'll be going tomorrow. Towards the end of the season, I was going to more games. I'll be around more now for sure. Now that they're in the playoffs, but and I'm in around all the alumni stuff, so I do see a lot of the older guys, different events. I'm involved in the city and stuff like that. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get there tomorrow. We're gonna go tailgate. It's like a completely different energy now. So
hell yeah.
Hey, and you kind of touched on it when you first came on. When you're talking to young hockey players, you're at an academy this morning. Like, how often are you doing that? Like, what's the messaging? What are people looking for when they ask you to come speak to the kids or hockey players or whatever you're doing?
Yeah, so it's mainly around the mindfulness stuff. So I teach yoga and meditation, rhythmic drumming, which is part of like the meditation side of things. So it's really nervous system regulation, right? I mean, as we know, life is stressful. Sports brings in more stress and pressure than probably is necessary. But what I've observed in my own life and, witnessing other children now and youth hockey players is that there's not many people teaching nervous system regulation. How do we deal with the grind? How do we deal with stress? How do we deal with ourselves when things aren't going well, right? So we train the physical body, right, on the ice, off the ice. It's between the ears, in my opinion. It's like we all seen guys that have made it that probably shouldn't have made it. Guys that didn't make it that should have made it. And it's not because they didn't have physical ability and skill. It's just they just couldn't get out of their own way generally. So it's really that. It's cultivating a healthier relationship with the body. So that's the movement piece comes in, but like breathing and just kind of connecting to the way we're thinking, visualization, stuff like that. But I would sum it up as nervous system regulation because it's stress management, right? At the end of the day, we work, we compete, we grind, and then we recover and we rest, right? It's like, that's the formula. So most of these kids, and I was guilty for it. There was no rest, right? There was no rest. There was no days off. Until the body starts breaking down because you took no days off. This element of work versus effort and ease, work versus recovery, right? And this balancing act, because most young kids just don't pay any attention to the recovery and the ease. It's just like more grunt work until they get injured, until something goes wrong, you know what I mean? Until they get stressed out and they have a nervous breakdown and they do something stupid,
or they
reactive.
hate it.
They hate it. Yeah, exactly. And they hate it. And that's the worst case scenario. Yeah. But that's what's inevitable if we don't manage it. Because at the end of the day, as you know, it's a game. We're supposed to be having fun here. And if we stress ourselves out this much that it's no longer fun, and in fact it's working against you, now you're having mental health issues because of it. We have to step back and kind of reel it in and ask ourselves, why are we doing this again? Like, whose dream is this? Is this the dream still? Like, self-reflection. So I think it's just bringing some realism into this crazy game, right? It is fun. It brings a lot of people blessings. It's also taking a lot of people down. So if you don't manage it, it can get a lot of people we know. Yeah, exactly, 100%, right?
Hey, I've got a djembe at home. I'll come do some drumming with you, man.
Yeah, man. So, I need you. Just so you know, homeboy.
I'm gonna have to bring that. I should have brought that in today. We could have had a little drum circle.
We'll talk. I can get. We need to keep talking, man. Because
last thing for you though, Keith Jones. How's he doing? Like, as the president, like running the show. We love Jonesy, man. Yeah. He's been on with us, and you got the two-headed monster up top with he and Daniel Briere. Like, how's that whole formula working?
It seems great. Jonesy's awesome, as you guys know. Yeah. I think he's like the perfect guy to be in that position because he's just so well-spoken. He carries a good energy, right? He's good with the fans. He's good with the media. Obviously incredibly smart. He's seen all these players play, however many years he's been doing media. Yeah, that's true. I think he complements Danny so well. Danny's got his own intelligence. He played the game at a high level. He studied under Paul Holmgren and a few other guys he's worked with, getting experience. I think they complement each other so well. See it from different perspectives, but are able to communicate in, you say, normal, professional fashion. It's not like these FU matches like back in the day with some of these, brass flexing. There's no flexing. I think that's what I see with the Flyers right now in management. There's no flexing. It's just like, you got good, smart hockey guys that are good people that are just doing their job and staying in their lane and not trying to overcompensate and let the whole world know that they're responsible for this draft pick and this and that. You know what I mean? It's just like,
that's my pick.
That's my guy.
I scouted him.
But you also picked that guy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right? He picked him.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Coach, you're the man, dude.
Yeah, thanks for doing this, man.
You're great. I could talk to you forever, dude. I'll keep in touch with you, man, because I got some more questions for you. But
let's connect.
I know we went long. I'm sorry about that, dude, and thanks for coming on. Appreciate it, man. Love you, buddy.
Yeah,
Thank you.
appreciate you guys. Take care.
Yeah.
All right, homie. Be cool.
Have
Thank
a
you,
good
buddy.
day.
Right on,
Later.
Coates.
All right, that was Riley Cote, man. Appreciate him for giving us the time.
Yep.
Flyers are exciting. They got
Yes, they
a
are.
lot going on, a lot of history there, a lot of excitement there in Philly. Great sports town.
Big time sports town. Yeah, absolutely. They're going crazy there. I don't know if you could evaluate how loud each barn's going to be. Philly to Buffalo, Minnesota's going to be loud. I'm just curious.
Buffalo got loud in the third period.
I think Buffalo had like when they do the they kind of put it all together. Even one hit in the first period of Buffalo was louder than some goals and other.
Well, the
games.
Carolina crowd didn't see. I mean,
Yeah, but they're usually hardcore, I
Gets
thought.
loud. It gets loud. It just kind of. I think they were getting tired too with the
Well,
longer
they
the
left.
game went.
Well, they left.
I know.
They left early.
You know, the
That was weird.
Dallas crowd was like they just seemed locked into the game. Listen, they react to things and get loud.
Yeah.
But it's one thing to react to get loud versus being loud the whole time.
Like
I felt
Buffalo.
like last year, the Winnipeg St. Louis series, like both buildings were just so loud
Yeah.
the entire game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think I think Buffalo is just the craziest fan base right
Well, they're starving for it, man.
now. They
They're
are
hungry
and
for
rightfully so. Rightfully
it. And
so.
management just was so inept and so terrible.
You know,
over the
Anaheim
years.
hasn't been around. Yeah, no doubt. I know. Jesus.
And now we're like, way to go, Buffalo.
Well, you guys did
I
good the whole
can't
time.
Celebrate them.
You did good the whole time.
I like this current team, and I'm just glad that they finally got in. Now do something now. Now you got to do something.
Well, they did first game. We'll see what happens now.
They did.
You know, Tate Thompson took over. Actually, the first period was terrible
Mm-hmm.
for them. It's quiet.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they started rocking and rolling.
Got Big D, man.
They got Big
Really
D,
big
baby. Well, so did the Bruins.
I know.
You know,
Yeah. I didn't
They're
pick Boston.
I did. Oh, God. God damn it. Now I'm going to get chirped. Well, do this.
It's all good.
It's all good, baby.
All right. Stiefel brings us the Cannabis podcast where success meets success.
Let's go.
We love Stiefel. Firstforum.com/Cannabis. Use our link and use it today. First Forum, baby. I'm about to open this up and crack this thing. Grape Smash, one of my favorites. Always love Grape Smash. Every's a good day to have
Great
Grape
drink.
Smash.
Yeah.
Blue Note Roofing. Call David Novak today, 314-920-5713 if you suffered any damage from that hail and windstorm or that tornado last week like I did.
Another one.
Call him,
Seriously, they're hitting
314-920-5713. They are here for you. Free estimate. They work with all the major insurance companies. Easy Tiger AZ, baby. Top shelf cannabis. Check it out online. EasyTigerAZ.com. Spas and more. Spas and more, baby.
Let's go.
We put the in spa. Window World, we come to you from the Window World studio each and every week here on the Cannabis podcast. Love having Window World on board, the preferred window of the St. Louis Blues. Check them out, 800 Get Windows. 800 Get Windows. Get that free estimate today. Find out what new windows can mean for your home. Not only the look, but the savings.
God, yeah.
800 Get Windows for Window World as we broadcast live from the Window World studios here on the Cannabis podcast. Appreciate Riley Cote for joining us. Enjoy the playoffs, everybody.
See you guys.
Hit that subscribe button.
Damn right.
If you're interested in jumping on our team and you want to be involved with our social media, hit us up and do it soon so we can rock and roll, man. So hope everybody enjoys the playoffs. We'll do it again next week. And thanks for being flexible, man. We had the Blues Alumni Golf Tournament yesterday, so it pushed us back. But you know when to find us. We come to you each and every week.
Love you guys.
All year round on the Cannabis podcast.
Yerk! Let's go! Cam's a shit kicker, 2 bombs in the lead. Soul dragon cougars, no time for fatigue. And he's a shit talker, stirring up the show. Never played a shift, but he's ready to go.